And iron spikes, 2 tinderboxes, 5 vials, and 5 water skins.
He is prepared.
I am packing.
Literally. So that's gonna sit there.
Some people call it hoarding. I call it mines.
It's just all mine.
That is.
You say it's yours, but it's all mine. Wow.
So are we ready, DD?
I think I'm ready to do.
DDD.
DDD.
We just need all the D.
DnD.
So all of us are here.
Yes.
So why don't we start with character introductions, since we're kind of halfway there. Why don't we start with Scratch?
Well, I think that all of you here understand my situation. I'm a rather busty goblin, if I do say so myself. Jiggle, jiggle. And you all don't need to know where I'm from. Just know that I've come here and blessing you all with my lovely presence. I'm gonna be your friendly level 2 rogue goblina. Also, please don't touch anything I have. I will bite you.
Don't talk that
Why
one.
don't we continue with Theodore?
I'm Theodore. Fortissimo. I was once a scholar, and now I want to put my bookwork into music and test it on the field.
Ooh, a magician.
And then why don't we go to Annie, or Annie?
Annie?
However, Annie.
Annie. Just say Annie.
Annie.
I decided to give her a last name, so she's Annie Zor. Raised by her, abandoned and raised by an elven lady she calls Grandma. Her village was attacked by bandits, pretty much burned to the ground, and she was left to bury what was remaining, and has lived much of her life in the graveyard looking for answers.
What does she look like?
Oh, by the way, she is a little drow, half-elf. So, dark skin, white hair, gold eyes. Nothing fancy, just drow. She is technically, what is it? 20 human years, but 15 in elven. I believe was the setup for her. As lolly as I could go.
Man, aren't you an edgy one?
Yeah. Oh, it was gonna get worse. It really was. We were on the fence of having her walk around with a coffin. But she ended up finding a flute within, during a rainstorm inside of a tombstone. And she is spent a while looking for clues, can't find them where she is, and now she's off looking for answers.
Great. So, to give a small introduction into the world that you guys are going to be hopping into, I kind of have covered this with everybody here, but to do so for the stream and everybody listening that may or may not care or whatever, just to give a background and everybody being on the same page, you guys will be starting within the 5 kingdoms. Now, the 5 kingdoms used to be 5 different countries that were constantly at war. Predominantly human. They've actually, over the years, become even more xenophobic and much more and more humans. However, the people did not really appreciate going to war all that often. So after a little bit of upheaval and rivals and all of this going on, they've kind of separated their they've put aside their differences and kind of unified them all into something now known as the 5 kingdoms. They don't even refer to the countries as what the countries used to be, but still refer to them as the different kings or last names of kings that we have. So let's see, the places are Fillion, Watson, Bishop, Ramond, and Quinn.
Can you say those again for me, please?
Fillion,
Yes.
Watson,
Yes.
Bishop,
Yes.
Ramond.
Is that with an A or an O?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
and Quinn.
Quinn.
Yes.
And Philip is spelled Fillion is spelled PH, right?
F, actually.
Oh, okay, cool. Two L's then, if I would assume.
Yes.
Okay then. The English language people. Alright.
But basically, to keep the peace, there is a peacekeeping force known as the White Guard. Now, these actually are each elected in their areas. And they are the ones that actually do the interpretation and execution of the laws that are put in place by the kings and the kingdoms. So, there's also, like 5 times a year, the kings kind of get together and have, like, a little bit of a discussion here and there. Most of the time, that's usually reserved for parties and stuff like that, but nothing any of you have actually been invited to, unfortunately. You guys will be in the Ramond territory as we start off here.
Okay. There it is. Okay. Ramon territory.
And, you guys have been kind of adventuring for a couple of weeks, so why don't we start with, handing it back to you guys to kind of build this own little backstory amongst yourselves. Theodore, how did you 3 meet?
I believe, if I can recall, it was along my travels and I came across Abby in a village, and she had a specific item that she wanted me to look at the time. I believe it was a flute. And so I guess that's how I met her at the time.
Okay. So, Scratch, how did you guys meet these guys?
Well,
Obviously, those two were doing things.
I happened to be in the area, not running away from certain danger, and I'd happen to see this lovely weird connection between a dark elf, if I would assume, and a man, and I thought to myself, these look like a sorry pack of losers that I could become friends with, and so I did. Inserted myself into the conversation about some hair doohickey about wind blowing into a piece of metal, something like that, and then all of a sudden, we were friends, the best of. Ain't we, Annie? Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, yeah. I just kind of shove him away a little bit from the side of the head.
This job that you are on is not actually the first job that you've done, but you've collectively done another job in the past week. Annie, what was that job?
We were hunting down a kobold. Oh wait,
No,
are we?
that's
No,
the
we are
current
currently. That's right.
Last thing you did.
Oh God. No, I've been put
It
on
can
this.
be anything.
Let's see.
Your time to shine.
True.
We killed a Tarask.
Yeah, that's what we did. We murdered a red dragon. No. It was a paper one, but it was a red. No.
Do you want to murder a red dragon?
No. We're okay.
It was a paper mache one, I believe.
Yeah, we were returning some weird paper mache origami thingamajiggy to this little village girl that you took a lot.
The weird man in a gray robes, giant pipe, kind of, let it off.
The drow orphans.
So yeah, you ended up carrying this paper mache dragon from one village to another because there was a small festival there. and they burned it in celebration.
Sure.
Not really sure what was going on there, but yeah, they burned a dragon, and you guys were very quickly paid. And somebody happened to have found a wanted poster.
Oh, okay.
Scratch actually found the wanted poster for a Snivy the Bold.
I happen to find this Snivy. The name sounded kind of familiar to me, but I can't kind of put my finger on it, so I do think we should investigate it when we get a chance to.
Oh, Scratch, when did you learn to read?
I learned it quite here yesterday, mister.
So you guys have been hunting down this kobold, kind of got a little bit off the beaten path. You're a few days out of town, but you guys decided to camp for the rest of the night. And you have actually ran into a couple of kobolds along the way, but there was nothing too snivy about them. And they just kind of seemed like a little bit paranoid and running around and leaving. Just a few kobolds, not like a shit ton or a migration, if you will.
They were kind of shorter than me. I appreciated that.
So you guys actually settled down for the night in the woods, hunting down kobolds.
So we're setting up camp?
Yes.
I'm going to do what I've been practicing for a little bit now, to kind of just tie rope at the lowest point around. We're in like a forest, right?
Yes, very forested area. There's some hills, but they are very hard to see through the trees.
Alright then, if we find a nice little clearing for ourselves, I hope it's not too big, I will be basically tying some string around the baseline of it, and using the little iron spikes to kind of tie them down. Just to act like a small little alarm for me, because I'm going to be resting my hand on it as I take a nap.
Oh, okay.
You can never be too paranoid when you're me. I mean, it's good to be safe, guys. Nobody's chasing me.
Oh?
Nobody.
No,
Yeah. We...
Indubitably.
So you guys settle down for the night?
Yep. Should we take off, to setting up tents, I guess? Are we setting up our own?
Theodore, do you mind being a darling and taking the first watch for us, lovely ladies?
He's such a gentleman.
I need my beauty sleep, although I do look rather ravishing myself.
That's the polite way of putting it.
Oh, Theodore, you don't need to make me blush, so.
So Theodore is going to be on watch, and the other two are going to rest. Right?
Yep, why not?
I perform a song. And I rolled a natural 20. Whoa.
Sounds beautiful.
Is everybody sound like a robot today, or is it just me?
Making movies.
Might be just you.
Making
it is you.
music, making songs, gonna kill some kobolds.
Beautiful.
Are you okay over there, system, or?
Like, I don't know if it's probably my Discord, but everybody's just kind of sounding roboty to me. Like,
Yeah, you
everybody.
might want to restart Discord then.
Yeah, give me a second, okay?
Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Okay, Sans, you play everybody a nice little lullaby, and they go to sleep. Very sound, and it's not all that bad.
Oh, yeah.
Your watch seems to go by without a hitch.
Alright, let me hear now.
So graceful.
Oh yeah, everybody sound. That's better. That's
Nature was in sync with my song.
Entirely.
So, yep.
Alright, at least the
Your
system
watch
is
goes
working.
by without a hitch.
Guess I'll take next watch.
Scratch needs all her beauty sleep beautiful, so I'll be taking the last watch of the night.
Alright, I guess I'll sit and prep myself up, hang out in a tree?
Your next black stuff.
Yeah! Nobody will see me coming! I'm gonna rob all the stuff!
I'm going to need con saves from everybody.
Never gonna see it
Okay.
coming.
Con save. That is going to be for me.
Ah, where's my mouse? There it is. Con saves.
Con save.
That is a okay, cool, and that would be
Do I add
Okay.
anything to it? Or...
Constitution save.
a.
Oh, con save. I got 17.
I got a 7.
Oof.
That's me.
Oh, it's Constitution. I believe I've rolled a 9.
9. Wow.
9.
And you said you put yourself up in a tree.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
Suddenly through the night, there's this very loud noise and kind of like an explosion, and all of you are covered in this like green dust that just kind of like chalk all over all of you, and you're all coughing a lot, very heavily. Annie, you actually fell out of the tree.
Ow.
And it's kind of hard for you to get up. Scratch, you grab at whatever thing that you were using as an alarm, and you actually snap it before realizing what's going on. Theodore, you also are covered in this stuff, and it's really hard to see, but you're not coughing as much as your companions are. But all of you are awake at this point, and I need initiatives.
Ooh.
That's a nat 20, so that's a 24 for me.
Okay.
18?
Oh, shoot. That's right. This here. So that's
I got 18 as well.
24, 18, 18. And they did not get as much as you, but they did get the drop on you. So, Scratch and Annie, you will be at disadvantage in this turn for doing anything right now. The dust is really in your lungs and you're coughing up a whole lot. Theodore, you are just fine, but it's still dust all over the place and it's hard to see or figure out what's going on.
Dust in the wind.
So, Scratch, you actually hear some footsteps of something right next to you.
Give me a second here. I need to just check something quickly. But I'm most likely just gonna take a swipe at it with my dagger.
You'd be at a disadvantage.
Yep.
Mhm.
Are you going to stay laying down or are you going to get up?
I'm going to. Is it 5 feet of movement to get up?
Yeah.
I'm going to use 5 feet of movement to get up and go stab at it with my dagger and pull it out of my boot basically and kind of. Now who gonna wake me up from my beauty sleep? With a. Okay, not that roll. With a. That is a 19 to hit.
A 19 is going to hit.
Okay, let me roll the damage.
A 19 with a disadvantage?
Yeah, the other one was a 15 plus my 6 to attack.
Oh, nice.
So I got a 13 to. I got a 13 on my roll. So that is 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points of piercing damage.
No wait, a dagger. Dagger slashing. My bad.
It can actually be used as either.
Oh, then I'm stabbing. I'm freaking stabbing this thing. I'm gonna be stabbing with you.
It's small enough to where you can swipe with it or stab or thrust forward, and when you thrust forward, it would be piercing.
Well, that's wonderful.
So you stab forward and you seem to catch your prey, which is not much larger than you and kind of squeaks a little bit before falling over. You can't really see all that well, but you do see the outline of something that looks like a kobold. So, all set?
And actually, no, I'm going to take the hide action as a bonus action.
Okay,
With
how
my
are
num-
you going to hide?
I would think I would be sleeping closer to a tree, or if there's any bushes nearby, I just kind of like into the bush or the tree, like behind the tree, to kind of block myself from my party members.
We'll stick you behind a tree.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. The dust is still all around you, but it is settling quickly.
Okay, cool.
All right, so next is Theodore.
All right. Let's see. What can I do here? What can I see?
You can't really see all that much. There seems to be a few short figures that have surrounded you guys. You think you see 5 of them. Oh, 4 of them.
I was like, yeah, let's not get too excited. Let's see.
You killed one off, so.
Oh, okay. So we are excited. I guess I'll just take where's Abby at? Just at the tree, right?
She kind of fell out of the tree and she's coughing on the ground right now.
I guess I'll just go over there and help her up, I guess.
So you walk over there and you stand her up on her feet. She's still coughing profusely.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll just end the turn there.
Okay. So Annie, you are actually up, right? Theodore helped you up to your feet. You see 4 figures that seem to be standing near you guys, and they've somewhat surrounded you. They are, however, small creatures. You can tell that.
So, guess I'll pull out my 2 short swords and make a dash for one of them.
Okay.
Is she still at a disadvantage or no?
Yeah.
She's still at disadvantage
Okay.
for everything.
Hopefully I roll well.
Yeah.
I add my initiative. I can never remember what I add to the.
They should have something next to where your weapon was.
Oh, okay. The hits DC.
I'll be back in a second.
Probably-
BRB, give me 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Like, the sheet I like to use, it's like right in the middle of the sheet. It's under attacks and spellcasting. There should be something that's like your swords and attack bonus.
Yeah.
Det var august. Allerede var nettene mørke, men fremdeles var de varme.
Okay, yeah. So
Varme og
it's
myke som svart fløyel.
14.
A 14 will hit.
Kvelden. En blanding av mørkets monopolske
Boy, I gotta roll twice to do both swords, don't I?
Yeah. But you can roll damage separately, and then see what happens, or you can just roll both attacks and then.
Yeah, let's do one at a time, because I might.
Etter hvert ble vi grepet av den korte
6.
stemningen og beveget oss så stille vi kunne. Kanskje hadde vi et hemmelig håp, et håp om å se andene danse.
9 damage.
9 damage eviscerates this one.
Oh,
You
jeez.
slash right. Are you kind of more of like a stabby kind of wielder, or do you slash around?
I slash around. I'm like, I want to be a Beyblade of Doom.
Okay.
I guess that's the best way I can
So
describe
you
it.
catch one on the backswing and just lop it right in half. There's another one not too far from you.
Yep, I'll go ahead and take a dash towards that one.
They are pretty close, so go ahead.
Take a slash or take a dash?
Take a dash and a slash.
A dash slash.
Wow.
Dash slash.
I rolled an 8.
And 8 altogether will miss.
Damn it.
Swing and a miss.
5 and a miss.
And at this point, the dust does seem to settle, although it seems to be covering everything except for these guys, and they are definitely kobolds, and they are all, not all of them are staring at you guys. There are 2 that are kind of staring off in a direction, but there's 2 others that will go to try and attack. One saws that you just cut up his friend and goes for you, Annie.
Alright.
And trips and falls into one of your guys' tents.
Oh! Not my tent? What the fuck?
So, the other one is
I
coming
play a
up.
little.
Theodore. The one going after Theodore, let's see, it's got a, where was that? +4. So does a 14 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so it's gonna roll its damage with its dagger,
What a dick.
and it's gonna deal 3 points of damage as it stabs at you wildly.
Ah, how uncivilized. I say in Cobalt speech.
They would speak Draconic.
Kobold
Yeah.
speech.
Which I do has that.
Awesome. The other 2 that are staring off, one of them looks like he's ready to bolt. The other one seems to be standing strong, but still not paying as much attention to you guys as they are something off in the distance. Brings us to top of the order, Scratch.
Would I notice these ones in particular?
You notice the entire scene right now.
But do I see the 2 in a distance?
Us?
They're not in the distance, they're looking into the distance. They're amongst you guys. They kind of had you surrounded, but then 2 of them are not looking at you guys, they're looking off to the left.
Oh, can I like go up to the more skittish one and kind of like sneak up behind him and can I headlock him?
Sure, go for it.
Good luck on the
Okay.
grapple.
Do I roll stealth to get behind him or what?
You did say you wanted to sneak up, so go ahead and give a stealth.
Okay, one of my better stats, yay. That is a 18.
You were able to sneak up, it's not paying as much attention to you, so you think that's giving it it's a lot easier for you to be able to.
Okay.
However, putting this thing in a headlock might be a lot more difficult.
What do I
Right
roll?
behind it.
I'm kind of going to take my dagger along with it so that it's still the headlock, but I can use the knife to like threaten to suit their throat. So what do I? Is it just a headlock, or do I have to roll athletics for it?
You're gonna have to roll athletics because this will be a grapple.
Okay.
But you are going to use that, and it doesn't know that you're there, so it's gonna have disadvantage.
That is a 16.
And it does not succeed. So you have them grappled thoroughly, and you've got a knife at its throat. It seems to be squirming a little bit.
Get on you! I'ma stab you in the neck if you don't shut up now. Hear me? I'll whisper most seductively in its ear.
Do you whisper in common?
I whisper in common, yes.
I was about to say, I'm sure it's
Okay.
on.
The guy is squirming a little bit. He's not making much noise, but he is trying to say something, kind of afraid of that dagger at his throat. Theodore,
I do
you're
not-
up.
I want to attack the guy that attacked me.
Okay. Go
Stab
for
it!
Let's see here. That would be a. See, 11 plus 2 is 13.
A 13 will hit this thing.
Perfect. And I roll a 1d8 plus my dexterity modifier. Boop. 6 plus 2 is an 8. Yeah.
That was 8 damage. You cut this thing. You stab. What are you using?
Rapier, so it's a stab.
Yeah, it's a stab.
Stab!
Right through its chest, like 100% all the way through.
Oh.
And it just kind of like squirms a little bit till it falls off of your blade. And that's another one down.
Another one bites the
I
dust.
pushed my glasses up and...
So, Annie, you are up. There is one that's staring off into the distance, one that fell into a tent, and one that is being grappled by Scratch.
I think I'll stab the one that fell into the tent.
Okay, you have advantage on this because it is prone.
Stab it, stab it, stab it, stab it.
It was your tent too.
I know, and that's why I'm mad. What little bit I have, so I'm rolling with advantage.
So you roll 2 die 20.
Yep.
And add your attack bonus.
So it's an unnatural 20.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
1d6. 6 damage.
6 damage. That's going to kill that one.
Okay. And then I'll go off for the space case. Onwards to the murder!
So you are able to get over there. I'm gonna have to double check that you can. I'm sure you can break up your movement. I thought that was one of the cool things about this, but go ahead and give me an attack. I'll look up if you can actually do this later.
What is you trying to do?
Yeah, moving between attacks. If you take an action that includes more than one weapon attack, you can break up your movement even further by moving in between those attacks. You can even do this with extra attack. Cool. Yeah, 100% you can do that.
I rolled a 9.
What was that?
A 9.
A 9 will not hit.
Damn it.
Oof.
However, as you slash towards it, it dodges out of the way, and then a dagger kind of hits the side of its head and it falls over dead, coming from the direction that it was staring in.
Oh. What the hell?
So, Scratch, you've got one of them that is right now grappled, and he's gonna try and wriggle free.
Okay.
So I'm going to need an athletics from you.
Okay, that is going to be... I got a 12.
Let's see. It's trying as hard as it can, and you just barely manage to keep it staying. You think the dagger at his throat is really kind of like he's trying to avoid getting stabbed or slashed or slit. Freaking out a little bit about it.
I understand this.
Whisper sweet nothings into its ears.
Can I whisper something to it? In common?
Yeah, actually, it's going to be your turn.
So I'm going to use intimidation. I guess because I can't really use persuasion for this one. So I'm going to use intimidation to whisper in common in its ear. Honey, if you keep squirming like that, I'm going to have to gut you like a fish. And I'm going to kind of pull him away from his friend, back toward a tree.
Oh god, it poor
So
son
go
of
ahead and give me an intimidate.
Okay, that is... Here I am clicking my sheet thinking it's roll 20. That is an unnatural 20.
He is definitely moving with you and not happy about what's going on right now.
Cool.
Theodore.
I'm just away from you all now.
It is your turn. We have one of them grappled. The rest of them are dead that you can see, but a dagger did come from the darkness and stab at one of them.
Can I see in the distance?
Go ahead and give me a perception.
Fire magic missile!
Right?
I do have dark vision.
Okay.
I got a 14.
14. You see the silhouette of somebody humanoid, not too far away, kind of hiding a little bit amongst the trees. But next to that tree, you see another couple of dead kobolds lying around them.
Ow!
I yell out, friend or foe?
In what language?
Let's go with common.
Okay. You get a feminine answer.
And okay. What should I say next?
What's a forest like this doing in a kobold like you?
I'm not as thick as you drunk I am.
Thanks for the assist.
Cheesy 2 thumbs ups. I say that's a pretty good throw.
Slowly approaches you guys. Tends to not quite walk, but is a little bit more crouched down and kind of ready to be able to pounce and such. And what approaches you guys is an elf. Very matted hair and like really dark skin to her. Seems to be wearing nothing but pelts and like random bits of leather here and there.
Is it a Rastafarian elf?
Yes. Seems a little bit more, it seems a bit more bestial.
Ooh.
We got a druid elf. Kind of. Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
Assumptions.
I don't see this. I'm behind a tree with my new friend.
Yeah, you're making friends.
You guys can drop out of initiative if you like, or you can, if you want to try and attack things here. It's up to you.
I still have one kobold in the hands of what's his face.
I guess the question is,
you want to tie him up,
this kobold is thoroughly shitting himself right now. Like, he seems to calm down that you're not stabbing him immediately, but he's kind of like listening to everything you say, Scratch.
Wonderful. Now, darling, I'm gonna turn you around now and take your hands and give me a little second in my bag. I kind of put the back of the knife, not the blade of it, but like the flat of it, right on the, where they have tails, right?
Yes.
Right between where the tail meets the back. I'm putting the flat of my blade there, and I'm rustling around in one of my pouches to get my manacle, one of my manacles. I'm gonna take this. Don't worry, I'm pretty good with these myself, and basically lock him up with one of the manacles that I have.
He freaks out and tries to bolt.
Okay, can I get
You
like
have a reaction.
Do you want to cut off his tail?
I'm not gonna cut off his tail. I'm going to stab my blade into his tail and hold on to it. So if he runs too much, his tail's gonna get cut in half, right? So do I roll
It's gonna be painful. Yeah, roll and attack.
Okay, that is a unnatural 20.
Poor son of a bitch.
Go ahead and roll damage. You've made it very clear that you don't want to kill him, so it won't be lethal. But he might pass out from this.
Oh shit, it's not a d6, it's a d4, my bad. There it is. Well, even if I said I try to roll minimum damage, that's still 5 points of damage he takes.
We'll go ahead and roll it.
No, I rolled a 1 on my d4. He takes
Oh,
5
okay.
points.
You take 5 points of damage. He ends up the whole thing just slicing, yelps, and then gets a few feet away and then falls down, bleeding.
Does his tail get cut in half a bit?
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah, but it's not a very smooth cut. It like goes down part of it and then off to like the side. So there's a chunk of it that's like flapping off from the rest of the tail.
Jesus.
I'm still gonna put the manacles on him, and then I'm gonna try to address his wounds as best I can.
Okay.
Can't let you be dying on me.
The elf is approaching you guys though.
I whisper in Elvish, let me deal with this goblin real quick, and I'll be right with you. If that's okay.
She looks around a little bit and is a little confused. But she stays back a good, like, 15 feet away from you guys.
Yeah, I gotta deal with my uncivilized goblin friend over here. I say this in Elvish, by the way. What is she react to
do
that?
anything?
I'm gonna still keep my weapons out, just keep on guard. I've got no reason to trust anyone.
You do notice, as you're keeping guard, that she has a lot of knives, kind of like stitched in here and there to be able to easily grab them, but they're like all over her.
Oh, okay.
They all seem to be actually made of stone as well.
Alright, I'll make sure I keep an eye and where her hands are, and...
But she's kind of like crouched a little bit, looks like she's ready to either pounce or maybe run away, you're not sure. Maybe jump.
I
Entirely
guess...
not sure. But she's not attacking, she seems very wary.
I guess I'll ask her in Elven, anything we can do for you?
She says, hunting dragonkind.
Oh!
She points at the kobolds.
I think I kind of look around. It's like, I think we've got these ones. Are there more we don't know of?
She nods, not taking her eyes off of you.
Oh.
So what's going on over at that, passed out kobold with the half a tail?
Is it still conscious or is it unconscious?
It's unconscious. Scratch was attempting to dress the wounds. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
You can do it, Scratch.
What? Sorry.
Medicine.
Medicine check.
Oh, I actually don't have a bad medicine. Yay.
Stop looking at porn!
Considering that you didn't try to stab too deeply, it's not like any major places or arteries got stabbed and sliced, and it is bleeding a little bit, but you are able to patch it up so it's not bleeding as much.
I mean, I did stab the tail, so it's just a bunch of muscle, so...
Yeah. You kind of figure that these things probably get their tails sliced off on the average.
Wonderful. So, it's in a manacle, and I'm gonna take one of my lengths of rope and kind of shoehorn it over a branch and hoist him up by his arms.
Theodore, you doing anything to either help or hinder, or...
I just got over there and I was speaking goblin, and then we go, what are you doing?
Well, you see, I wanted a hog tie him, but that tail's getting in the way, so I think I'll just hangman him for now. Don't worry, not by the neck, by the arms, and we can interrogate him when he has a nice little wake up. But I need my beauty sleep, so I'm gonna take a rest. Now, if nobody minds, I'm gonna reset my trap and go to sleep. Thank you. Also,
it's gonna take you several minutes to be able to rig up something to be able to hang this guy.
Yeah, sure, I'll take all the time to do that, and I'm gonna be like, also, who is this wild creature here?
That's the elf that helped us kill the last cobalt that was running away.
I go up to the elf and I just give it a water skin. Drink! You look parched, honey! And go back to rain.
As you're approaching, she's actually got a dagger drawn.
I speak in Goblin. I don't think she likes your kind.
Now that's just racist. Honey, you like my kind, don't you? I'm staying 5 feet away from her and I extend the water skin.
With her other hand, she reaches forward tentatively, but still has the knife drawn.
I spread my free hand out to show that it's completely empty.
She grabs it and snatches it back.
I tip my hat
Sniffs
and
at the water skin quite a bit.
I kind of make the motion to glug it down.
Universal sign of water.
So what is in this water skin?
I speak in Elvish. It's water, but it's from a goblin.
That's the DM asking what's in this water skin.
I know, but I wanted to say that to the elf.
In this water skin, there is water that has just, you know, a little inkling of whiskey in it. A little inkling of it, just for teeth.
Just most of it.
With one hand, uncaps it, sniffs it quite a bit, takes a small bit, spits it out, and then takes a large swig of it.
Atta girl! I head back over to my kobolds. I just started whistling. I just whistle West Virginia as I start. Mount Mama!
She speaks a little bit to you guys. These things all over. You safe?
For the time being.
I think so. I mean,
take me home.
I would believe their nest is nearby. If there's this many kobolds around.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we should go back to sleep or if we should do a look around.
There's a lot of them around. Seem to come from a cave.
My ears perk up here. Ooh, cave!
I ask her, is there a safe place to rest and then attack cave maybe later?
She looks down a little bit, somewhat in thought. And she looks back up and she shakes her head no.
I mean...
They... nocturnal. And she says that in Elvish, actually.
She says the word nocturnal in Elvish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense.
But she said they in common.
They're singing?
No, I whisper in Goblin. No, they're awake. At nighttime.
You know, you talk quite down to me for a tall folk. I know where you sleep, little man.
I know where you
I'm
live.
tall folk and you're small folk.
Did you just call me?
I gotta speak down to you so you can understand.
Did you just call me the S word?
As he kneels down and pats her on the head.
Oh, my head. So yeah, by this time, do I get a hoist up the kobold?
Yes, you do.
Okay, cool. I take one of the... I walk around the camp to collect my spikes again. Not the string that I use, but just the spikes, and use one of the spikes to kind of pull down the rope.
I look at Theodore. Should we deal with the cave for the night and rest in the day?
It'd probably be best to attack them during the day, because if they're nocturnal, they'll be guarding the entrance.
True.
Do I have any prior knowledge of kobolds, or none at all?
None at all.
I mean, if they like the night, they might not like the day? I don't know.
I asked the elf and elvish kobolds sleep during day.
She says, depends.
Wow, for somebody who's kind of having a trouble with words, you do have a bit of sass in that. I say in Goblin.
I said back in Goblin. I'm the sassiest of sass.
I just kind of look at him like, you called me small. I'm just hammering the spike into the ground with the rope attached to it.
I guess I asked the elf and elven, when's the best time to deal with them? Best time to attack?
She thinks a little bit and says, when they attack.
Ah. Well, that's handy! I just kind of throw up my arms. Fine! I'm glad we got this communicated.
You get the distinct feeling that she doesn't really talk to people much.
Yeah. I kind of get how she feels on that one.
After tying down the rope, I go up to her and kind of just look, kind of like over my shoulder, thumbs to the kobold. So you want to have some fun with this one there, sister?
I translate in Elvish.
No, I'm just saying it's a Colin, but okay.
I don't think she speaks common though. Probably
She's
very
answered
little.
a little bit in common, but
Yeah.
she doesn't speak a whole lot at all.
Yeah.
So she grabs a knife and, like, kind of questioningly points at him.
I slowly take off my knife, slowly, and kind of point to him and then make the motion of stab, stab. And then nod my head like, yes, you can do it. See, Theodore, darling, this is how you make friends. You appeal to their better nature. And I'll tell you this, stabbing a sumbitch is my better nature.
She throws the dagger directly at the thing. Hits it in the head.
What am I listening to?
There's some bleeding going on.
Oh god, that's my bed! Mind my bed! Shit!
Who needs enemies when you got frenemies?
Do I get my bed away from the kobold blood?
Yes, you do.
Wonderful. I can't just give
But
her.
that dagger is embedded inside its head.
Well, I was going to interrogate it, but I guess.
I let out a whistle and go, nice.
Any of y'all folk ever had gator meat before?
Oh. I'm not eating that.
Why not?
No! I'm not eating that. I know where it's been.
I'm gonna take my knife and start carving out the tail.
Ah!
What do you expect? We goblins folk gotta keep our nutrition up.
As you start carving off the tail, you can tell that it's clearly dead.
Ah.
Mr. Taste of Moonshine! Teardrop in my eye! Country roads! Take me home! Oh, there's a big ass tail he got there, son!
Is it the back tail or the front tail?
I'm gonna take out my cooking utensils and just start seasoning it a little bit and then put it over the fire.
Oh, God.
So you're not collecting parts this time, you're eating parts this time. Okay.
Who? What that son of a bitch will be collecting kobolds? That man must be an amazing creature that deserves a lot of love and respect. This voice is not hard, but it's definitely a stream.
Oh, I bet.
The elf kind of relaxes a little bit. Still crouched a little bit, but she puts her knives away.
Does she sit around the fire?
I'm Solara.
Oh, nice to meet you, Solara. I'm Theodore.
I kind of tip my hat. Scratch the name.
I kind of give a half-hearted wave. I'm Annie.
She seems to nod and be very, like, looking at all of your faces as each of you are talking.
I guess have a seat. Kind of offer her a spot by the fire.
She moves towards the fire and actually she pulls out a hunk of, you can tell is kobold flesh, must be like its leg.
I give her a bit of salt. You ever try this, honey?
She keeps it away from the salt.
Aw. I sold
Can
my
I
meat.
roll for performance?
Go for it.
I got a 10.
You.
Oh, wait, I
After
gotta
the
watch my
kind
skills.
of sudden
Alright.
like attack and everybody woken up and stuff happening, it's nice and relaxing. Do you guys get back to sleep?
And I
After
go
I
up to
finish
the
my
lady and say, "What's a fine lady like yourself doing out here?"
And I'm going to be the lesbian in this situation here. So what's the matter, foul darling like yourself doing here? I'm going to roll. What do I have to roll to out-swoon Theodore?
And then I roll for
Basically,
persuasion.
both of you are making charisma checks if you're swooning.
Oh god, I'm just gonna sit there and roll my eyes and...
Oh, can't beat my natural 20 plus 4.
I got a 19.
24.
So yeah.
Charisma.
Damn it! I got a 19. So, yeah.
Aww, nice try.
Even if I got a nat 20, it'd only be 21, so...
I play a soothing melody.
She seems very kind of nervous, but is definitely more relaxed around you guys, especially after hearing this song. Just kind of into the songs. She starts strumming her fingertips a little bit.
I roll for persuasion. 11 plus 6.
God, stop trying to get in her
17.
pants! God damn!
I say, would you like to kill more kobolds with us?
While eating her food, she kind of nods and grunts a little bit. Good distraction while companion off.
Oh.
Oh! I look down kind of like, hoot. Companion! Take a bite out of my kobold tail. I see.
She says, Sir Weaselton.
Sir Weaselton?
She nods, very, energetically.
Oh.
Neat.
Are we gonna end up running into Sir Weaselton? I'm assuming I find it odd with something with a name like this, or someone, I'm assuming, has a name like
He
this.
is hunting. We'll be back. I hunt dragons now. And she's pointing at the kobold bodies.
Somebody should really pile that up. Theodore, you be a darling. As I finish my tail and go to bed.
I guess we'll attempt to go back to sleep. After I fix my damn tent.
Your tent is fucked up.
Shall take the first watch.
I assume I'm just gonna pull my bed out from under the tent and just...
Didn't you already take first watch? We were in the middle of second watch.
I took second watch.
No, wait, No, you took first watch.
First one.
And
Yeah.
Orion when I took second watch.
Yeah, we were in the middle of second watch.
No, I thought it was third watch because I thought Scratch was the first one.
No,
No.
Scratch last.
Yeah, because Scratch.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So yeah,
Uh,
I guess it's you. Then.
Oh,
Then I go. Just make sure you don't fall off the tree this time.
yeah. So I guess I'll go back to watch.
So
Damn it
you,
all.
Go back up into the tree.
Yep.
Or do
Yep.
you
I'm gonna.
stay down here with Solara.
I guess I'll hang out with Solara awkwardly and
She
kick
doesn't
my
talk a
tent.
lot, but she does kind of glance off into the woods a little bit during the night.
I guess while I stay up with her, I'll ask her which direction this Cobalt Cave is.
Eddie, I cast Song of Rest.
I don't believe you guys actually took any hit points, did
Nope, none of us
I
got hit.
did.
you? Yeah, that's right.
I took a dagger, man.
I got stabbed in the shin.
That Song of Rest is actually extra heals, and since you'll be healed up anyways,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So I'll just put it to max.
Yep, you're gonna be at max, so.
Woo.
Yeah, she doesn't talk a whole lot.
Okay. But yeah, I just figured I'll ask her while watching as to which way the cave is. Just so.
She kind of points off to the north.
Okay. Alright, I'll just keep that in mind. It's north.
Interesting.
That's
Ani,
it?
give me a perception.
I had my 10, right? Or...
It would be the perception skill, not the passive.
Alright, so I rolled a 17.
And then you add your perception, or if you don't have perception, it would be your wisdom.
It's 0 for both. No
Okay.
perception and no wisdom.
You do realize that Solara does, in fact, go a bit into trance, in and out of it, while you are on watch. But she kind of seems like very alert, even though she's kind of sitting upright.
Alright.
Sleeping while upright.
Sleeping with her eyes open.
Basically.
It's a little creepy.
That's kind of hot.
Oh, well, now we know what the half-elf is into.
Your watch ends.
Yay!
Same bitches and...
I'm gonna go kick the kobold, or, the goblin. Do your watch now!
Why? I'm so nice to you all. In comment. In comment, sweetheart. As I get up and just crack my back and head over to the I guess the embers of the fire now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take my knife and start carving the calf of the kobold off now.
Oh god!
The Solara just kind of like is sitting at the fire, occasionally looks over in your direction, excuse me, but doesn't pay any mind to anybody else.
As I'm cutting away the calf, as I finish cutting away the calf, I kind of offer it to her like, want some?
She doesn't answer.
I take a bite out of it. Alright.
Oh, you're eating it raw?
I'm a goblin.
I mean, cooked food is nice, but it's not necessary.
Still have a hard time watching her every time she does it. It's just...
You're gonna sleep. This is gonna give you nightmares.
God!
No, I'm just gonna sit myself between Theodore and... is it Abby or Annie?
Annie.
Annie. Annie. I'm gonna set myself between Annie and Theodore and just peer in that direction. Just gonna every now and again looking behind me and looking around, just listening in. It's like, this is so boring.
Stop whining over there. What the fuck,
Go
cat?
sleep. Think about me eating your corpse.
That was a lot of oof.
I say in Goblin. Goblin. Do I roll anything or am I good?
You're good. So, the rest of the night goes by pretty uneventful, and it is now morning.
Fucking hell, cat!
As everybody starts to wake up, Solara starts to stand and stretch a little bit, but kind of seems to keep an eye on you guys.
It's okay, I'm keeping an eye on her.
She's like a stone statue. She hasn't moved since I got up.
You haven't seen her sleep at all.
Is that an elf thing or is that just a Rastafarian thing?
More performance.
Good morning song.
Yes. 18.
You serenade everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
I just pull my hat brim down like,
Too happy.
Hello, my dear. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, my darling. Oh.
At this point, I probably carved off most of the lower body of this kobold.
Oh yeah, there is definitely bones scattered about, and although there was some blood, it's not really that bloody all over the place because you were precision cutting and kind of scaling it off as you were doing so. It's kind of a gory effigy you're leaving right now.
I'm just in the morning, just still chomping away as you guys watch as I mutilated this body. So, we're going to the cave now? Munch, munch.
I still can't watch her. I still can't watch her eat.
I go, Mr. Goblin, Mr. Goblin, I see you that you... Or Scratch. Oh, God. A Scratch. You got your camouflage all ready to go.
Munch.
Because you're covered in cobalt blood and...
I mean, they can't smell me. Munch, munch.
You uncivil life. Goblin, you.
Solara kind of waits for you guys to pack up camp.
I'll...
I kinda go check out. I think I would have used like 100 feet of string for that trap, if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pack up
You
my
did
shit.
lose parts of that string, so
Oh no, I'm saying I've lost 100 feet of string.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll pack up what I can. I assume my bedroll's okay, just my tent's damaged.
I'm gonna take out the manacle from this goblin now as he just plopped to the ground and just like, I've been needing that again now.
As you guys are packing up, you do notice that green dust kind of persists on everything. And it's kind of like this just weird like chalk that's kind of like all over the place. It got on you guys, but you brushed it off pretty easily.
Can I take my knife and one of my glass bottles and try to like scoop up some of it?
Go for it.
What would that be? Survival?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nat 20.
You do manage to get a full bottle of it, but there is some earth amongst all of that as well, so
Oh, Mama always
covering all over the place.
Mama always said dirt makes things taste better. I just put that bottle of green chalk dust.
Yep, that sounds good.
I go, don't go sniffing that stuff, Scratch.
I'll sniff what I wanna.
Do you sniff it?
No, I don't.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're not my real daddy.
So you guys pack up your camp, and Solara will try to lead the way for you guys.
Alright.
While walking through the forest, though, you kind of, like, she's, like, way ahead and occasionally comes back to make sure that you guys are following you. You think maybe she lost you a few times as she's walking off in this direction.
Could I do a nature check to help her track it?
It would be a survival check.
Oh, survival check?
Yes.
Alright.
I'll assist with this as well.
Eh,
I got 17.
I got an 11.
I guess I might as well join.
Okay.
Survival, so it's a 13.
You guys all notice there are a lot of tracks all over the place.
They're very sloppy, eh?
They are
I think I
very
should've
sloppy, and
my
it seems
glasses.
to be a good amount of kobolds just kind of like clomping all over the place. You'd guess maybe 20 or 30 of them altogether, but you're not sure where they might be or which direction they come from. Theodore, you believe you actually found the tracks of the ones that were attacking you last night. You start following that. However, Solara doesn't seem to be following those tracks, but just heading off in a certain direction.
I think I'll
I
follow.
think we should split up though, so.
I think we should follow the the elf lady over there.
Yeah, that's probably what. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do.
Annie, darling, I hold my hands up. Can I have ups, please?
Ups?
Yes.
No!
Aww.
It smell like rotten cobalt.
You haven't showered in days either.
Still, I don't smell like cobalt.
Yeah, you smell like a filthy elf.
I smell amazing, thank you very much. I enjoy my graveyard stench.
That's probably the only thing about you that actually smells good, the graveyard. Ugh.
You're definitely not gonna
They're
get ups.
Following Solara?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her in a huff. Just like, okay. I know my place.
Actually, how tall are you, System?
I believe I think I'm 4 feet.
Oh, you're...
That
No,
sounds
no.
kind of tall for a goblin.
No, not 4 feet, sorry. I am... Actually, yeah, with the rule that I got, I'm 3 feet plus 2 d4, which adds up to... I'm 3 feet 11 inches.
Pretty tall for a goblin, but still goblin-sized.
Yeah, so kind of like a halfling, kind of.
Yeah.
So she comes up to about my chest.
My chest is amazing.
I'll develop in time.
You'll never have ones as big as these, honey. Jiggle, jiggle.
Just shimmies her shoulders.
Most of the kobolds are actually smaller than you, Scratch.
Wonderful. I'll smother them.
Oh god, that'd be an interesting way to kill him.
Suffocation?
Yeah. No breathing.
Death by oversized boobs.
After a few hours, Solara kind of leads you to the side of this hill, and there's actually a small cave entrance that's half hidden by, like, trees and such that are growing beside it. I do need a perceptions from everybody.
Alright.
Okay. That is...
I don't see shit.
Yeah, I don't see shit either.
I have a 19 on perception.
I got a 7.
All together on perception, I got a 2. I'm too disgusted
So
with.
Laura kind of like disappears for a few moments, comes back, disappears for a few moments, comes back, and just kind of like waits for you to just like walk over to her before she takes you and kind of shows you this cave.
I'm
Scratch,
sorry,
you
my-
actually, excuse me, Scratch, you actually noticed that there are a few parts or a few places coming up to this cave entrance that actually do have like some signs of like where somebody slept or somebody kind of like sat around. There seems
Does
to
it
be a
look
few-
like, kind of looks like an abandoned camp or something like that?
Yeah, but it's not like a large camp. It's more like a little one here or a little one
As
there.
a little hodgepodge of camps, basically.
Yeah.
Alright. I just kind of look at it and go, alright then. I'm gonna go over there and see if I could, like, basically see if anything is left behind or any, like, if the tracks of the kobolds say that they went out or if they went in.
So since you're searching, give me another perception.
Oh, that's a little bit. That's
Yeah.
16. 16 perception.
There seems to be several tracks both going in and out of these places, but you do find some crossbow bolts left behind and a javelin.
Ooh.
I kind of, I pocket the crossbow bolts and I'm going to carry over the javelin to Annie.
There are 6 crossbow bolts there.
Alright. Annie, darling, honey, baby girl. If you give me ups, I'll give you this fancy looking stick over here that I found.
Oh, cat. I kind of raise a brow. It's like, oh, I guess I don't have an issue with javelins.
Oh,
You
that's
can use a javelin, that's
Yeah.
fine. It's definitely a crude weapon, but it's effective if you need to use it.
Yeah.
That's what you call these things. Well, you can have this javelin, and I shall have the ups.
Fine. Fine, Ups. You go ahead and kneel down.
I scamper on top of her and pull up my short bow. Now, you blaster, and I shall be master.
I almost just want to throw her off.
Master Blaster rules our attack.
I can I like do a roll if I hurt myself rolling my eyes?
If you hurt yourself rolling, they go back into your head so hard that you just can't see anymore.
Just I can't. Oh god.
So there's a cave entrance. Solara points inside and says, "Small dragons in here."
Guess do another perception on entrance of the cave?
Roll for per foot. No.
What are you looking for?
I guess I'm gonna use my night vision and see if there's any traps or anything at the entrance.
Dark vision doesn't specifically help with that, but go ahead
Oh.
and give me a roll. That would be a perception.
Damn, it's a 10.
Actually, you do manage to see a bunch of kind of like it's a natural cave to open up into. It's like 12 feet around, but at the ground just entering in, there's a lot of rocks, and they seem to be sharp rocks, just kind of like pointed in a direction, kind of like makeshift caltrops.
Oh. I guess I'll point those out to everybody just in case nobody noticed. Are we able to just simply step over them, or are they kind of a thick layer of sharp pointed rocks?
If you're careful, you can probably brush them aside, or just hop over them. There's not too many of them there.
Okay. But yeah,
Let's take a athletics check.
No, you can actually just take a moment, get down on the ground, and wipe them off to the side. It's a small little hop. Like, even the goblin could be able to hop over these.
Okie dokie.
I'll just kind of use my foot and brush them aside since I got a goblin on my shoulders. I can't really bend over.
Okay. How are you guys going to enter in here? Solara kind of seems intent on watching behind. She says, hear noises. Might come back.
I'm just gonna raise an ear like noises and try to see if I can hear anything.
I just whisper to her, watch our back.
She nods and tries to keep looking backwards as she lets you guys go ahead.
I have a 23 on perception.
You do notice that there seems to be some sort of a still in the air. There's not really much sounds of like forest animals and stuff. There's still like the wind, but it seems eerily calm.
Is the wind blowing in any direction?
It seems to be blowing in the from the northwest.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep in mind how quiet it is, and I'm gonna pull out. I'm just gonna pull out one of my lamps and not light it yet. I'm like, well, I have a bad feeling. Kind of feeling like I'm being watched a little bit. Really quiet.
I got night vision. I kind of tap her leg.
And I'm just like, oh, well, if that's the case, then I put it back in my bag because I also have dark vision.
We don't want to give ourselves up.
Actually, everybody in this party has dark vision.
Yeah!
So if you guys didn't want to use a torch, you can still see. Everything would be in black and white because it is pitch dark down here, but you could see perfectly well out to 60 feet. I think Annie actually has greater dark vision, I believe.
I
And the
believe
drones
so.
are-
Drow heritage.
Yeah,
I actually
because
have-
they are in pitch black like all the time.
All
Uh,
the time.
Like my
I
soul!
have lesser dark vision because mine is only 30 feet.
Really?
As a goblin, yeah. I found that
That's
kind of.
kind of shitty.
I know, and I was like, that's bullshit.
Like,
Listen.
I kind of want to double check that. Like, wow, that is very shitty.
Oh wait, no shit, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, my dyslexia kicked in. I have 30 feet of movement speed. I was like, okay, yeah, I see the normal.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
I
that was a
see.
little weird.
I see normal.
Okay.
I don't think your goblin's that blind.
Not quite. Although 30 feet's still pretty decent in pitch black, so.
I was
So yeah, marching order.
Fire in
Sure.
front. Go.
You want me up
be on
front?
top of her, so I'll be like a second pair of eyes for her just in case. And I'm also going to be kind of tinkering around with one of my arrows, just to kind of attach little one of the bags of ball bearings to it to kind of shoot and let it release.
And on the goblin, I bet he's gonna be inspired.
Oh,
For
God.
some reason, Theodore, your words are ringing true in my head today. Maybe it might be the fresh air of a cave finally.
That's not something I don't believe belongs in the sentence together.
Uh,
I just kind of shake my head at her.
so moving forward, forward, you guys have plenty of room, even with Annie and Scratch. Well, Annie's still kind of short, so it doesn't really get that high up, but like Scratch, even if you reached up, you couldn't hit you couldn't touch the top of this cave, but you might be able to jump off her shoulders and be able to touch. It's not that far away.
Ideas for later.
Moving forward, the cave seems to be that round shape, but it ducks down very quickly. Seems to level out a little bit. Once you get several minutes down there, it starts to level out and kind of still going in that straight direction.
I'm going to kind of be looking at the walls and stuff for little nooks where people could be looking out of, since kobolds are small.
Give me a perception on that.
Okay. That is a 16.
You do see a few nooks here and there, but you don't see anything that's, like, really that deep. Probably something along this way, like if you were to run your hand across it, you might find somewhere to ambush from, but you don't find anything as you continue on. It's definitely some place to be able to fortify if necessary, but it is a natural cave.
With my perception, do I see any spot where I could, like, myself alone jump in and kind of, like, hide?
No. Everything's a little bit larger than you are. If it was something maybe half your size, you would definitely be able to hide in there.
Alright. I kind of keep this information to myself as we're walking.
Okay. Moving forward, why don't you guys give me another perception? Theodore, you are at disadvantage.
Oof.
That's an 18 for me.
17. Hooray! I'm noticing things.
Do I have to roll twice or just once?
It's twice and you take the lowest.
Okay. I got a 16 and a 14.
So the 14?
I take the 14.
Yeah. You guys actually all seem to notice,
Hooray.
up ahead, like this is all natural cave, but there's like a few spots where like rocks kind of seem to collect here and there. Up ahead there are some rocks that seem to be kind of like hiding like this strip of nails that are sticking up out of the ground. They're only a couple of inches long, but this entire like strip actually goes across the entire cave, and it kind of like goes back like a good 10 feet.
Oh.
I'm just gonna, as I see this, I'm kind of gonna just like point, even though I'm sure that Annie saw it as well, and be like, "You think we can pick that up?"
I guess because it's just a strip. I would assume like stuck into leather or something to keep them standing.
You're not sure. It's covered in rocks.
You think, can we step over it and kind of avoid it?
It would be hard to step over it. There's not much room in between the nails. There's kind of a lot of them all over in this. But it is an entire like 10-foot strip of it.
Okay, so it's 10 foot deep.
I'm going to hop off of Annie's shoulders and take out my... Is it my burglar's pack that would have it? I wonder.
I don't think I have anything to...
I'm gonna take out my my burglar pack crowbar and try to kind of just use it to, from a distance, shift away some of the rock to kind of expose where the nails are actually attached to.
using your crowbar and kind of poking at it a little bit, you notice that they're actually really embedded into the ground.
I switch out my crowbar and take out my pickaxe. You think we could break it?
I think it'd take a long time to break.
There are a lot of them.
Do we have something to get over them? I don't think I have any wood.
Can I use my climbing gear to get over it?
You could technically, but that would be climbing the side of the cave.
Sorry, I had to close that for a second. Can we break it or no?
No.
Okay.
It is very well embedded, like buried in.
Then I kind of like.
Can I jump over it?
And I pull out a hammer. You want to bend the nails then?
You can jump over it. It is 10 feet of these nails. It would take probably a running jump to be able to do so.
We'll just have to remember to jump over it on our way out.
Would that be acrobatics?
It would be athletics.
Athletics? Okay.
It would be possible to do it with acrobatics, but it would be a lot harder. Like, athletics would be like running, jumping, climbing. Athletics is running, jumping, climbing. Acrobatics is more like balancing.
Oh.
So.
I'm going to use, like... Actually, no, I'm going to wait for everybody to do their thing for this and then see what I'll do.
I think our best option so far is to jump over it, though. It will make too much noise, will alert them to us, trying to knock over the nails with rocks or anything. Unless the elf has something.
The elf, once you kind of notice that she's actually there, she looks back and looks at the nails and shrugs.
Oh, okay.
She's unsure, and then looks back, looking back out the tunnel, making sure nothing's following.
Yeah, I will take a leap, I guess.
Okay, give me an athletics. It's only 10 feet, it's not a huge jump.
Unnatural 20.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall into another trap.
Yeah, you do actually. As you leap across these nails, you do land onto the other side, and the ground suddenly gives way.
Yeah.
You fall down a little bit, but don't worry, it's not too much of a fall. It's only like 20 feet before you hit the trampoline.
Oh. What? Why?
Everybody else notices that when she jumps onto the other side, like the entire floor flips up and around. And then you notice as Annie comes back around the other side after hitting the nails from that side and landing straight onto these nails.
No! Damn it!
I'm gonna use Annie as a bridge and walk over.
Stop it, you jerk!
Annie, you do take 10 points of damage from this.
Ah, that hurt. Ah, that hurt.
Scratch, are you going to use her as a bridge? You did just see her just kind of like move this entire contraption, which is a lot larger than just these nails.
I'm gonna, using Annie as a bridge, I'm gonna step on her and be like, peer over and be like, okay, let me see what this does now as I'm stepping on her.
You know, you're never getting ups again.
How much do you weigh right now, Scratch? Let's include your equipment.
I'm only at 10 HP!
I did say I will be taking them off from things, and that's why...
Okay. So how much does Scratch weigh?
One second. Scratch weighs 40... Scratch weighs 40... Actually, no, Scratch weighs 39 pounds.
Okay. Annie, you're still going to take 1 damage as Scratch gets on top of you, but it's not as painful as like a huge jump.
God damn it. Can I, like, attempt to brace myself, or?
You are laying down with your back onto these nails.
Oh! Oh, you son of a bitch! What the hell, Scratch?
You see, consider this an extension of, and I wink at her, up. We had a deal, darling. A javelin for ups. And I'm gonna look at the trap that she fell into. Does it close back or is it just an open gap now?
It closed back. Think of it like a
Pressure.
like a seesaw.
Oh.
Like when she jumped onto the other side, the entire thing flipped over, and then when she hit the back up, it flipped back upright.
Can I try to use my cunning action to, as light as I can, tiptoe onto it? Like, still, like, my face on her shoulder or face, and the other foot just, like, pressing on it to see how loose it is to be swaying back and forth.
Can you wedge something into it to stop it from flipping?
Acrobatics to, like, balance on her, basically.
So you've got 1 foot on there, and you're tentatively kind of poking out. Because you don't weigh a whole lot, you don't seem to move the entire trap. Especially because Annie does weigh something. And
yeah. I'm like...
I rolled a 21 on my acrobatics to kind of keep balance with this. And I'm gonna step across, and with my dagger, I'm gonna go, like, towards... did I see the entire length of it as it flipped over?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna go towards the ends of it where I would think the hinge is and kind of like put my knife into to see. And I'm gonna be trying in the middle of the seesaw. And try to put my knife in to see if I could jam it.
Alright, they used to have a skill for this. Disable device, I think.
Pathfinder!
Yeah.
See, this is why I would like that, but...
I would love that.
Would it be like sleight of hand or something?
Yeah, I think sleight of hand makes the most sense.
Okay. Thank you, because I have a really good one in that. Oof! That's a 27.
You are able to jam your dagger inside it and kind of like wedge it, like in the middle of where the spring is.
Mm-hmm.
If you leave the dagger here, it will not move. But you think removing it, it still like is disabled, but it might still flop over.
I kind of whisper to everybody, okay, I'm gonna stay here with my knife. You guys cross over. And as I say they would cross over, I look over my shoulder and look at the ground behind this trap to see if there's any other trap there.
So you're looking for another trap? Give me a perception.
Oh wow, that's a... Okay, that's a 23.
You don't see any other trap in the immediate vicinity.
I look at it and was like, alright, it should be safe. Theodore, can you help Annie up, darling? And then, I don't know, don't jump across, please?
I was gonna say, I don't want to step on the drow's face like you did.
I'm plotting my revenge, by the way. I am plotting my fucking revenge. I'm gonna...
As much as you goblins like to step on our elf faces, apparently.
Wait, you're an elf?
Yeah, he's an elf.
Oh, the other half must have been ugly, cause goddamn, son.
I say to Elvish, I'm gonna throw him in the next trap we see.
Scratches a check, goddammit.
I give a thumbs up to that one. Please help me up.
Just like throw him into the kobolds.
So you're helping up Annie?
Yeah, I gotta get her up, yeah.
Okay. Do you want her on your side of the trap, or like on the side of the trap where she jumped into?
The safe side.
So I'd imagine that's your side, although it is jammed right now as long as that dagger stays. It shouldn't move.
I could try to test the weight of the other side. I don't know if I should. But I kind of offer my hand and see if he'll be able to just kind of pull me up. Are my feet facing
Actually,
towards the
you're a bloody
trap?
Mess. You can't really do anything. You just get over here.
Yeah, you've got a lot of holes in your back right now.
Yeah, alright. I'll get up over by Theodore and...
Okay.
I don't think... Do I have a first aid? I know I have 2 health potions.
I throw a spell of Cure Wounds.
Roll it.
In which that is a 1d8.
It should be plus your modifier, which is charisma.
Yeah, which plus the charisma, yeah. Okay, that's a 7 plus charisma. The charisma modifier, right?
Yeah.
4. So you're healed 11.
Alright, that works.
Which that's pretty good.
Yep, full health again.
Hooray!
That was still quite painful. You don't want to experience that again.
Nope, I'm gonna be more paranoid of taking leaps.
Scratch is just there like, you know, you're a pretty good doormat, I'll say so myself.
Is there a rock? I want to throw it at Scrap.
There are several loose racks.
Alright, I'm throwing a rock at fucking Scrap. Fuck you, Rat!
Cunning action to dodge it? Can I dodge? Actually,
Yeah. She's pretty frustrated. She just kind of like whips the rock at you and you move out of the way.
Bitch!
So how are you guys getting across this?
Scratch is already across this, so Scratch is just there looking at you
Scratch
guys
is halfway across this.
that is true. Scratch is kind of like there like, oh, Theodore darling, could you please bring my bags?
What do I look like here?
Well, you do look kind of
Velvet.
ugly, so I'm assuming orc. We are and I do say this myself, the goblins are indeed the highest.
How much does his stuff weigh?
Quite a bit. A
Actually,
little bit more than Scratch does.
Yeah, that's about
What
actually,
side of
that's-
the seesaw is he on?
I'm in the middle. I said that. Direct middle.
You are in the middle.
The middle, okay.
I think I can lift up her bags.
yeah,
yeah.
I don't think I have the strength.
You can lift her bags just fine. Where do you want to carry them? Do you want to chuck them?
I am very borderline of chucking them.
I was gonna say, yeah, I would chunk them, but I don't think I have the strength to chunk them.
Huh. So I kind of pick up her bags. Just, yeah, you want these? These items? Is this what you want?
Those be mine.
Should I be a jerk and toss them? Because it just might trigger the trap.
This is the first trap, guys.
Yep. Nope, I'll plot my revenge if revenge is a dish best well served cold. I'll be patient.
Can I climb around the trap?
Yes, you can. It will be difficult.
Can I tiptoe my way through?
What would I roll to climb around it?
Tiptoeing your way through is not possible. There's way too many nails.
Okay.
There's no other route.
No.
Nope, there is no other route.
Why is this drow trying to walk through you?
Yeah, I guess the only best way to get around it, because I don't think you can jump that whole gap, can you?
20 feet. It's entirely possible.
We just don't know how
I
much.
Try to do it.
Careful.
It's athletics,
Climber's
right?
kit has pittons, boot tips, gloves, harness. You can use it to anchor yourself when falling. It's not gonna be easy using that to climb something
I can just jump it.
horizontally.
I got athletics.
Wait.
Or we could balance across it with acrobatics.
How big are the rocks around us? Are we able to move them
They're
onto
pretty
the
small.
nails? Oh. So we couldn't, like, sweep rocks into the nails and walk over them. Like a path of rock?
No, not really.
Okay.
What would he have to roll to succeed the jump?
So that's 20 feet, so it's going to be a 20 altogether.
Oh, Jesus.
With a running start, you could get a advantage on that roll.
Oh, yeah. Can I have my Bard of Inspiration and Jack of all trades?
Bardic Inspiration, I'm not sure you can use it on yourself.
You can't.
Oh, we can't?
No, you can't inspire.
Can I
so
use
far.
Jack of all trades then?
Yeah, you can if you want. What
I
was
mean, you have to. Jack of all trades applies to anything you don't have.
Yeah. Do I succeed with a 19?
With a 19, you are able to get to the... Like, you land on the very tip of it, and with your weight, you kind of, like, tip it a little bit, but you are already, like, mostly there. So you just kind of stumble forward a little bit and fall onto the ground. The entire trap just kind of, like, hurts a little bit. Scratch, I do need a, dex save from you. You've got advantage, though.
Oh, thank God for that advantage. Shit. That is a unnatural 20.
Okay.
I jiggled the...
Yeah, there was a little bit of jiggling, but you kind of braced yourself, and you're still staying there, and the knife is still jammed in.
Yeah, because that was a nat 1.
Oh!
So we've got Theodore on one side, Scratch, who's in the middle jamming it shut, and Annie and Solara, who are still on the first side.
I guess I'm gonna have to see. Hopefully, I can make a jump with this heavy bag. Or
Inspire.
What do you see?
Yeah.
you get pom poms out?
Oriented.
You can do it.
You
That
do
works.
it all night long.
So I believe your Inspire is a D6.
Yeah.
So Annie, you get to add an extra D6 to your roll.
Okay.
Ability.
Which is an athletics to jump.
Yep.
And that is a 19. Just need it.
I'm going to need another dex save from Scratch, again with advantage.
I'm just gonna see this happen. I'm just like brace myself. 'Cause I'm like, oh. Okay, I don't think I need advantage. I thought it's a nat 20, so that's a 20.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's a 26. So yeah.
This time, when she kind of lands, it barely moves at all. You think, because you realize that Theodore did it last time, you knew how to jam it in correctly.
I look at Solara and I'm like,
That's what she said.
just 1 foot longer, darling. Just 1 foot longer, darling. That's all I'm asking.
She actually gets down to a crouching position, and damn, she leaps pretty far.
Oh, dang, I wanted to cast Inspire.
Well, goddamn, Italy.
Basically, yeah. Like, from that position, she just kind of like tiger leaps across the entire thing, landing like on her on her arms first, and then kind of like rolling herself upright.
See, why couldn't you all do that? So everybody's across right now, right?
Yes. And I believe Annie had your bag, right?
Yep.
Yep. So I'm gonna take out my second dagger and just kind of use the hilt of it to hammer in this dagger a little bit longer, a little harder, and then I'm going to cautiously walk across the remainder of this 5. I believe I have 5 feet remaining to reach them.
Approximately.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna basically hammer it in and then walk over to them, kind of hoping. What do I need to just kind of make sure that it's hammered in so that if I run back over this, it's not gonna break.
Let's see. So you're leaving the dagger in, right?
Yes, I'm leaving one of my daggers in.
I think with the sleight of hand you did earlier, it's enough to get you across here.
Okay.
You think that if you were to come back, you're not sure if it'll stay, but it definitely was enough to keep you still going, so.
As I reach the side, I just scamper up Annie's leg and just sit on her shoulders again.
As you're scampering up, she kind of bled a little bit.
Oh. What?
From
God
the nails
damn.
in your back?
Yeah, you son of a...
Okay, I rolled a 19 on my stealth. Can I hide the fact that I just gonna take a morsel of this blood to be like, needs curry?
What? I don't know if I've... You know, I'm just gonna not let her get on. I'm gonna try to shake her off.
I rolled a 19 on my stealth.
Yes, but that's not a climb.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh fuck, that's athletics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a tree.
She just kind of like shakes you off before you even get up halfway.
Yeah. I'm not your doormat.
I'm gonna say under my breath and in Goblin, but it's curry. We're gonna need a lot of curry.
Need more spice. So Scratch, where in the marching order are you going to end up now?
I'm going to stand. I'm gonna actually take point, actually, since I apparently am having the better perception of this group right now. So I'm gonna kind of take my hat tilted back so I can get to see more up in the cave and just walk in front. All right, folks. In order now. In order.
Where the heck did that tool go? There it is.
This is why it counts to have tools, guys. A bunch of useless items make one good, maybe useful thing.
I'm gonna use you as spice in your curry.
I think I'm spicy
Well,
enough.
I think I'm pretty hot myself. Lick stung.
That's the point.
So the cave continues on a little bit. It kind of slopes down, but then it very suddenly turns from a natural cave to actually worked stone.
Oh.
I'm pulling out that crowbar. Tapping as soon as it turns to this, tapping the stone. Tap, 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 tap. To see if there's any sort of like pressure.
Oh, it turns into warped stone?
Worked stone.
So they've been digging.
Oh, okay.
So like stone blocks, if you will, and it seems to be very. The passageway seems to get a little bit smaller. It is now 10 by 10, but it seems to go forward very steadily, evened out at this point.
Hooray.
Moving cautiously and tapping forward at the ground, you don't happen to find anything, but up ahead you do find yourself a chamber. It kind of ends at a solid wall. On your right seems to be a wall that has a bunch of spears in it. And on your left, you see a solid wall that seems to have a very ornate bronze door in it.
Before we enter this room, I'm going to put my crowbar back in my bag and then pull out one of my water pouches. Actually, I believe now I only have 3 remaining because I'm gonna toss this into the middle of the room.
Okay. When you do so, it doesn't really activate anything, but you do notice there is bits of like blood and bones kind of like smeared across the floor.
I lick my lips.
It kind of smells like old blood.
I don't lick my lips. I lick my lips and then I reverse the lick.
Reverse lick.
Okay then.
On the door there seems to be writing, but you would have to get a little bit closer to examine that.
What would you roll to read it?
Who knows Draconic?
I do.
You would be able to.
Okay. What does
So,
it
Theodore, you walk up to the ornate door?
Yes.
Okay. Where's everybody else at this point?
I'm
At a
by,
safe
the,
distance.
I'm by the entrance to this chamber, just like
Yeah, that's about where I am. I
with my crowbar. I'm trying to like just kind of trying to pull back my water skin, but it's like it's in the middle of the room, so I'm like,
So
Darn it.
you threw your water skin, you said, though.
yes,
Not
in the middle.
crowbar. Okay.
And with the crowbar, I'm trying to reach it with like the extra length, but it's more for fluff than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
so I just assuming it's a trapped room. Do we need to make a perception to know for sure it's a trapped room?
To notice the big, huge spears that are set into one side of the.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you need a perception for that.
Okay. I'm gonna stay behind wherever spears are, so I'm not standing in
Hey,
front of any.
darling, can you use spares like that?
Not very. Actually, no. Technically, I
They do
can.
seem to be crude spears as well.
Are the
it
spears
on-
like just leaning on the wall, or they're like in a mechanism?
They are in the wall. You're looking at a spike wall.
Oh, there's a spike wall.
Yeah.
If you're walking up to this door, at your back is a spike wall.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do this.
Can I look at the door from a distance and read it? Or
It
you have to
seems
be-
to be draconic writing, but you can't really see from here.
Is it too dark?
Can I read?
It's not too dark because you guys have dark vision,
Okay.
but you would have to get closer. More light, he might be able to read from here. It's hard to tell.
Theodore, darling, if you're gonna be walking up there,
Can I use perception to see if there's any triggers or whatever?
Go ahead and give me perception.
19 plus wisdom of 2. 21?
21.
See anything, although this is all worked stone, and what Scratch was doing earlier, pressure plates are definitely a thing. If maybe you stepped on one of these stones, it would be able to do that. Other than that, you see the door, and you're not sure what else would trigger it.
I'm going to look at Theodore and kind of say and comment to him. If you're feeling kind of skeptical about going there, honey, we could tie a rope to you, and if shit hits the fan, we'll be pulling you right back to the entrance here.
I could always throw you.
Let's call that Plan C.
And I say that in Goblin.
Scratch doesn't have a bad plan, though.
Well, I do have.
Ariana. Annie, how strong do you think you are on a scale of 1 to 20?
Strong
I just
enough?
asked Annie and Elvish, can I borrow that javelin that you have?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hand over a javelin.
Why are you two singing to each other? So weird.
A beautiful lullaby, bitch.
How long is a javelin?
About 3 foot, I believe it is. It's like one of those things they use in the Olympic that throw
Throws a
it as
good
far as you
distance,
can.
so I can like poke around the floor with it.
Yes, you could.
Can I do that?
Okay, give me a
Oh, look at you there.
give me a perception.
You be old.
20 and not natural.
Poking around, you don't find any spot on the floor that triggers this thing from going off.
So no pressure plates.
Nope. However, while doing so, you are pretty much entering the room. Do you want to read what's on the door?
If there's no pressure plates and I can read from where I am, sure.
Yep. You are inside the room. You're not too far away from the door. Like,
Okay.
not right up next to it, but you're there. And it's pretty obvious what it's saying. Quote, "You've made it a point to see me. Knock before entering."
Okay, so I go back to where they are and I say the door says to knock before entering.
Can we throw
If you
rocks at
want
it?
If you want to see him.
What is he, British?
What's British?
Whole lot is knocking before entering. Huh. Well then. Why don't you go knock there, Theodore boy?
I'm not gonna knock on that door.
You're the only person who understands it, though. What if there's some hidden inscription when you knock on it that we can't read?
Can we throw the javelin at the door?
Wretch, let's be impaled now, do you, honey?
I don't know, it doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Oh, what? What am I supposed to do? Knock and say, "Hey, we're here with
Pizza!
I mean, you can fib, you can lie. You do speak the language of those weird lizard boys outside.
I say maybe throw a javelin at the door.
You throw a javelin at the door? The javelin, like, do you have javelins, or are you grabbing the one that was used here?
I have an extra javelin. How many did Scratch get a hold of
No, I
outside?
didn't buy. I gave you one.
Or,
Yeah.
was it just
I've
one?
only
Oh,
got
okay.
this one.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like
Do you
two.
want it back? Do you want to try throwing at it?
Well, the door might be trapped itself, so.
It would probably just wake up everybody.
Oh, he wants us to knock. I don't want to walk up to the door. Actually, wait.
Y'all are being real cautious about this.
Oh, after
Well, yeah, if you can disable the spear mechanism wall thing.
I mean, it looks like a wall filled with spares. Maybe we could just knock and then enter. Sometimes traps can just be just that, and sometimes instructions can just be instructions. I say we sacrifice Theodore to this little conundrum that I came up with.
Can I pick up the goblin and throw it out the door?
I don't think she's gonna like that.
Who's not
You
gonna
know
like
what? You know what? Fine. How about this? I take out my hempen rope and I tie it around my waist and hand it to Annie.
Alright.
To the goblin. We can always go with Plan C.
Yeah. Alright, C's an idea.
And I'm going to ask Theodore. How do you say hello in Draconic? Just one word.
What would it be, Addie?
You say hello in Draconic. It's gonna be a wisdom check when you actually end up saying it to see if you say it right, but that's not from you, Theodore, it would be from scratch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to the word as best as I can. I'll ask you to repeat it a few times, and then I'm gonna basically hand you guys the end of the rope and say, when I go touch that door and say the word, if you guys hear, see, or feel that something bad's gonna happen, please don't let me be a scratch kebab.
Is the scratch still affected by my inspire?
Yes.
No, I think
yeah,
I
you
wasn't.
gave it to him.
I think I got the
Yeah.
inspiration.
I think he gave it to Annie though.
Yeah, to make the jump with the
I gave
chest.
one when we entered the cave.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you did give
Yeah,
one.
And I
To...
didn't use it for anything yet because my rolls have been pretty good so far. Except for that one to climb up Annie. And that one. So,
It is once within the next 10 minutes. I'm gonna say if you don't use it now, it's not gonna be there. Just to be nice.
well, I'm gonna kind of just back against the wall, James Bond slide along it to go to the door, and then kind of still back against the wall. So my chest is still facing the spike wall,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tap on the door. And now my wisdom save, you see?
Just a wisdom check.
That is a 16 wisdom check.
Okay. What word was it you were saying?
Hello.
Hello.
As I
In
after
Draconic.
I knock. Yes.
You knock. There's a slight, banging. But after you say the word hello, nothing happens.
I knock again.
Okay?
That was anticlimactic.
You knock again.
And I push the door this time.
The door doesn't seem to open inwards, seems to open outwards. It's got a handle on it. to be
Oh,
able to
then
pull.
Oh, it's a
I'm
cool
going
door.
to I'm going to kind of shift myself in front of it and kind of like not shift myself but turn myself over so that my elbow would be able to be on a hinge and pull it open after knocking on it again. I'm going to knock and then pull.
Okay. I need a dex save at disadvantage.
But I'm against the wall.
I need a
Oh,
dex
no.
save at
I'm
disadvantage.
against the wall. That's a 20 dex save. That's a what's 17 plus 6? 18, 19, 20.
23.
23.
23.
When you go to pull on the door, the entire wall pushes you forward towards these spears.
Oh!
Pull me in! Pull me in!
I'm gonna need a strength from everybody grabbing onto that rope.
He has Inspire if he wants to use it.
What would I be inspiring myself to do? Not die?
Yourself.
My
But I
dex
can-
is pretty good.
So, Annie, I'm gonna need a strength check.
That was not very well. 11.
And thus is the end of Scratch.
Yeah.
However, with your check, you managed to position yourself kind of off to the side as the entire wall springs forward, and through the actual wall with the spikes in it, you do end up taking 7 points of damage as the entire wall of spears breaks way as you go right through it and tumble forward.
I don't get to pull too.
I just shrug. She's okay.
You see, the difference is that you were being stupid, whereas I was Yes, hello?
Trying to be happy
Six.
I need thing.
You-
I look in.
It's just a
Oops.
fact.
Man, this sucks.
No, I could still use another spell, so.
Well, the trap seems triggered. You see a good portion of this wall, like halfway through the room, a large spring, an iron spring behind it that seems that's what triggered it. And there's no wall on the right side. You can walk over there with a little difficulty kind of sliding your way past where the spring, or past the wall that was pushed forward.
So I guess we'll just kind of pull the goblin out and...
on the other side of where these the spike wall was, there is more of a hallway.
Oh.
It literally broke through the wall.
Surprised she's still alive.
Walking past, you notice that the wall was only painted like stone. It was actually made of just very breakable wood.
Oh. Well then.
The spears, however, are definitely spears.
So
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back, honey.
I cure wounds.
Peel you off them.
How much do I heal?
11.
Hey, Scratch, you found the rest of the hallway.
I feel much better now. You know, this is why you guys gotta be leaving me more. See, I'm a natural dungeoneer.
I'm saying, Goblin, you did good. Trash, you did good.
I did, Goblin. You did too. You did good too. Thanks for pulling on the rope.
You're welcome.
The entire thing moved really quickly. Even if they would have gotten a good pull, you still would have gone through this wall.
Oh no, I don't mind that. I'm just making fun of the fact that he didn't actually get a chance to roll. So, I'm gonna untie the rope to myself and just kind of put it back in my bag. It's like, this is why you gotta be prepared, kids.
Up ahead, you see a short hallway and a wooden door at the end of it.
Oh, maybe that's the real door, so...
I volunteer Theodore. I've taken that. It's Theodore.
It's Theodore's turn! I'll be...
Here, darling.
No,
I will pull out my knife. Darling.
I insist!
I get behind Abby and after you.
What? Oh, I'm not doing this again.
You know what? Fine. Fuck this. I'm going. Here's a rope. I'm actually walking towards the door and tying it to myself.
The rope you're tying to yourself?
I'm tying one end to myself and keep giving them the hempen rope again.
Okay.
Can I do a perception to see if there's any traps?
Wound yourself, aren't you? Why do you want me to go first?
I don't think you'll be protecting yourself from when I stab you down your gullet, boy.
I could have just left you with those spears in that wall.
You basically did. And now I go up to the door and I do this. With a wisdom of 18.
Do you... Oh, you're using that to, say hello again in Conic?
Yeah.
Sorry. There is no answer.
I walk back up to them. Theodore, darling, and go open that door for your lady friends.
Athletics, go. Kick door.
You kick the door?
Yeah.
Go ahead and... Actually, I think that's gonna end up being a strength check. Like, athletics would mean...
Okay, yeah, so that'll be the strength, yeah.
Yeah, just a straight up strength check to try and kick it down. It is a wood door.
20 natural.
A natural 20?
Yeah.
Wow. So the entire door just kind of like falls forward just with a good slam on the inside, right off the hinges.
Oh, jeez.
Inside is a small room, but everything is covered in spider webs. Everything.
Oh.
You don't think, like, if there was furniture or anything in here, you can't see it because there's way too many spider webs.
And I say in Draconic, here's Johnny.
So you're standing at the doorway and here's Johnny.
I guess I'll walk my way forward and take a look inside the room.
it is covered in spider webs. You're going to be webbed pretty easily if you just walk right in.
Can I take a torch and set the room on fire?
You can.
Rather not light the whole thing on fire.
I don't want to
Burn
get
it,
stuck
Kate.
in.
Yeah, well, darling, you don't get a say in this.
Pick up the the goblin and throw him in the spider web.
Yeah, but yeah,
Strength
yeah, but see what happens in elves when they lose a
14.
baby
Do I
nose.
pick him up?
Just imagine she's complaining, dude.
I think Scratch is already pretty wary of this, so you're not able to grab her as you reach out.
Wait.
It won't be sticky, I promise.
Just a sticky situation, that's all.
So are you going to set fire to this?
Well, webs don't really make smoke.
Actually, if you hold a fire out to a web, they should just melt away.
Exactly. Kind of what I was leaning
don't-
towards.
But it's up
There's
to
a lot of webs in here.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah,
I'm
they
not
don't
sure if it is covering up anything because there's a lot.
My safe assumption is spiders. Not a fan, it's the spooters. I assume
Which
I
is
take.
funny coming from a drow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you isn't Andro technically linked to the Spider Queen?
Are we?
The Spider Queen is a drow.
Oh, okay. No, that part I didn't. So I don't.
I'm gonna stay by the entrance of this room.
Can I take a sword and cut through the webs?
Yes, you can attempt to. Are you just cutting forward? Are you cutting off to the side?
I think forward for now.
I say in Elvish, baby, let it rip.
So strength, I guess, to attempt to cut.
No. You can very easily hack through it. It's
Just
basically you'd be making attack rolls, but since it has less than 10 AC, you're very easily cutting it as you're moving into it. So I've got Annie who's walking in while cutting, and Scratch who's staying at the door. Theodore, what are you doing?
Can I a perception in the room
Sure, go ahead.
to see what the webs are covering? I got a 15 plus the bonus of the wisdom of 2, so 17.
As you are peering in, you do notice Annie kind of cutting forward. You're using both swords, or are you using just one?
I think I'll use both swords.
Okay, so are you kind of like slashing forward, or just kind of
I'm like-
spinning forward?
Think I'll more or less like just both hands, slice with left, slice with
Okay.
right, and.
I see. Theodore, you notice that there are 2 giant spiders that Annie is moving towards
Oh.
inside.
I whisper, come back! Stop slashing!
And we need initiatives.
Yep.
That is a 20 for me.
21?
Okay.
Let's see here. 17.
That's
Step
the-
back slowly.
Wrong. Where'd the other notebook go? Unless I was using.
It's a
I
giant
was not using
spider!
that.
Hooters.
There's the other notebook. I'm sorry. Can I get those initiatives again?
21.
20.
17.
Because I got a 19 with initiative of 2.
Okay, so Theodore, you are going to go first.
Yay! I cast heroism on the fighter.
Okay.
And that is all my spells.
Is
until we
that
take a short rest.
is that touch or is that range?
That is a touch spell.
So you're gonna have to walk in the room and touch her.
Oh my, how lewd.
It would just be at her back, and she already cut through the web, but you might be close to these spiders at that point.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should just cast Inspire then. Well, I guess it's already inspired, right?
No, I already
no,
used
not
it.
at this point. It's already been over 10 minutes, so.
Oh, can I do Inspire again?
I think you have
How many
only
times can I use Inspire?
I believe it's equal to your charisma modifier.
Yeah, so you only have 2 more inspires remaining.
I have 2 Inspires remaining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you inspired me at the beginning, inspired Annie, and that's about it so far.
I think I should be okay without an Inspire for now.
Okay, can I use a cantrip then?
Yes.
Vicious Mockery at one of the spiders.
Okay.
That's 1d4 psychic damage.
Okay. I believe that's a save, right?
It is a wisdom save.
Yeah.
So what is the DC on that?
Wisdom saving throw. What's my spells?
Your spell save DC should be 8 plus your proficiency plus your relevant modifier.
14.
14.
Spell save DC at 14, yeah.
So it will fail. Left to right. You said left, right?
Yeah.
Left. And then we've got right. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that's a 1d4, I believe, yes. Yeah, that's a 1d4. It takes 2 damage.
Okay.
Psychic damage, 2 psychic damage.
2 psychic damage.
Hey, spider, you're ugly.
The spider gets offended.
Your mother was a
Disadvantage on their next attack, right?
Yes.
Your mother's a hairless tarantula.
So that was Theodore. Next is Scratch.
Does this room have a door that I am next to?
You're not inside the room yet,
No, I'm not.
so you're technically next to the door.
If you shut that door, I'm gonna kick your ass.
See, you can't shut the door because it was busted down.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
As for another exit, you can't see because there's way too many webs in here.
I know, so I'm just like thinking to myself, God damn it, Theodore. So, how far away are these spiders from me?
From you, they would be 15 feet away. They're basically flanking Annie.
I'm going to run up, and I don't know. Are they? So Annie is facing. They're behind Annie basically, but 15 feet away from me.
They're on both sides of Annie.
So they're on the left and right of me.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going up to.
I think the left one has a disadvantage, right? On the next attack.
Then I'm going to go up to the one on the right, and make an attack on it. Is it within 5 feet of Annie?
Yes, it is within 5 feet of Annie.
But I don't
Okay,
think
I'm
I
gonna-
cleared that
I'm gonna
area out.
Take my dagger out and go and make, just kind of like hold it with one hand and the next hand flat against the pommel and just kind of and stab down on it.
When you do this, you are going to be amongst all of the web. You can walk right behind Annie and get up there, but going and attacking it, you're going to be inside the web. Is that okay?
Fine. That's fine by me. So that is going to be a 19 to hit.
Don't get stuck.
19 will hit.
Okay, and since it is within 5 feet of Annie, I'm gonna add my sneak attack bonus to it.
Okay.
Annie, you are this thing's enemy, right?
Yes, I believe technically so.
Okay then. So that is 8 plus 1d6, I believe. Yeah, 1d6. So that's going to be 1d6. So that is 12 points of piercing damage that I stab into it.
12 points of piercing damage as you stab into it, and It doesn't make like a squish, it kind of makes like a ka-chunk.
Oh.
Do I recognize this feeling like me stabbing somebody with metal on them?
No, you actually kind of like while stabbing forward, your dagger and your hand kind of go inside it.
Oh.
Like the outside of it was made of paper.
What?
It's like that dragon all over again!
God damn it!
As you're putting your hand into it, your hand gets bit by spiders.
Oh.
It's alive!
I see what
I'm going to need a con save.
you.
Oh, great,
You-
because I actually put a big number into my con. Does a 13 survive this?
13 does pass that. That's pretty good.
Yay!
However, you still end up taking lots of bites as your hand is covered with teeny tiny spiders. You take 4 points of damage.
Okay, and can I take a disengage action to run back out to my bag?
Damn it.
Yes, but you've still got these spiders on your hand.
That is fine. I'm just gonna be shaking them as I'm running, like fucking hell. I don't like
So,
spiders.
you're using your cunning action to disengage?
No, I'm using my nimble escape from my goblin.
Okay.
Apparently, I have 2 of these disengages technically because nimble escape and cunning action, but 1 bonus action. So yeah,
Mhm.
That's
I
pretty
have a
handy.
double roll because of goblin.
No kidding.
Which means
So,
I should've
Scratch,
probably-
you have successfully attacked one, got spiders on your hand, and you are now outside the room freaking out about spiders all over your hand. Annie, now that Scratch has obviously pointed out that this thing on the right is there and kind of jumped in, smashed it, and walked away, you see outside of this giant spider, like out of the hole, comes a just large swarm of these small spiders.
Why?
There's still the giant spider on your left.
And now we have tiny little baby spiders.
Burn them!
Yeah, actually, that's about what I'm gonna do. Can I take a torch and just start burning? See if I can burn them.
Yes, you can. You have your weapons in hand, though. Do you
Yes.
holster them to pull out a torch?
I'm gonna holster 1 to pull out a torch.
Okay, and how are you going to light the torch?
Oh, god damn it, I hate you. Fine, I'll holster both of them. I'm assuming I have, flint and steel to light?
Possibly. Look at your inventory. Tinderbox could also work.
Yes, tinderbox. We'll do the tinderbox.
Okay. So you are going to holster and pull out a torch and a tinderbox and light this thing. That's going to be your entire action. or
Yeah.
Your entire turn.
I might see about tossing it in, see if I can just get the whole egg sack. That should be nice and flammable.
Where are you tossing it?
That...
At the broken one with the spiders crawling out of it?
Yes, that one is gonna go. That's gonna cause the most problems currently. I can deal with the other spiders.
If you don't leave this room, you might be engulfed as you toss it over there, but right now you're fine.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright,
Okay.
sounds good. So just make a dash out.
Okay. So, but that's going to be your next turn.
Okay. Do I roll to see if I hit the egg sack?
Yeah, give me an attack. It's not hard.
No, I assume I'm just doing a little under. $16? Or it's just an attack, unarmed, so
Yeah, you just
19.
kind of like toss it out at it. So, yeah, just fine. Next is Solara, who's unsure what the heck is going on. She's actually going to run over to Scratch and try and pry the spiders off of her hand.
I extended out like a black lady showing off her nails.
She's using her stone daggers to do so, but she very quickly brushes them off and just kind of smacks them a little bit.
Cool.
So there are several small spiders that are skittering around, but they are not swarming on top of you.
Nice.
So then they get to go. So there is a fire on one of them. Ouch. And the other one...
The other paper mache one?
The other one doesn't know what it's doing.
Oh.
It doesn't move. Theodore, you're up.
Perfect aim for.
This is fine.
You know, it's in general. There we go.
I'm not really sure what to do in this. Walk out the room.
Well, you were never in the room. You were like right there.
Oh wait, here's the perfect meme.
Should I just throw another vicious mockery at the other spider then?
At the one on the left, or the one that has a swarm crawling out of it?
The one on the left.
Yes.
There we go.
Would that just be an attack roll? Or
That's
just
vicious
like
mockery, right? It makes a save. What's the DC? Never mind. That's
14.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Takes a full 4 damage. Woo.
Nice.
Fucking spider. No, it would have been fine if it's just a normal spider. But no, it's a ton of baby spiders. God damn it.
That.
Let's go. Fucking spiders.
So those spiders took damage. They... Oh wait, that was doing that, and that was doing that. Theodore did that, so Scratch, you're up. There are no spiders on your hand.
Is Solaris next to me?
Yes.
I pull out one of my torches and hands it to her. Grab one in my hand and flick it, and basically just light them both. Like you know how people like share cigs, so they like touch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just touch the tip.
That to light them both up at the same time.
Touch the
That
tip.
actually takes the torch.
I give her a knowing wink, and then I charge into the one that. Which one's on fire right now?
I think the whole
on the
room's
right.
gonna burn soon.
Okay, so the one on the left, which is
The
the
whole
one...
room is gonna start burning pretty quickly.
So just toss it to the right. You don't need to go in.
That's my thing. I'm gonna see this. I'm going to hold my hand out to aim, and then just yeet and chuck it at it.
Really happy to know you're concerned for my well-being. I appreciate.
I punched a hole into, right?
Yep.
The one on the right's the one you punched a hole in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, well then I'm still gonna throw this one at the one on the left, then the one that isn't on fire.
Okay.
Yeah. Just set the other ablaze.
Give me an attack roll. It's gonna be pretty easy to do.
Do I add something to it, or just Dex?
Dex, because you're throwing it, it would be a ranged weapon.
Okay,
I knew I should have just burned the room down.
15.
Okay, you successfully toss it at the thing. It kind of like hits it, and it kind of waves a little bit back and forth, but it doesn't actually move. It's just kind of like swinging on like a rope.
Take that!
And it is now on fire.
I kind of do that pose where you like pump arm and pull the bicep, like, haha!
Annie, you're up.
I'm just leaving the room. I just kind of do a little peace out, 2 fingers to my forehead, and just kind of leave.
So you move out of the room. Solara goes ahead and starts burning some more of the webs around and leaves the torch, like, close to the doorway, and you guys, I guess, are waiting for several minutes now for the room to start burning.
Yep, we're gonna...
say, short rest.
Do you guys want to take a short rest?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, let's take 5. I've got to run to the bathroom and get a drink, and then we can describe what happens after the room burns down.
Yep.
Can I use Song of Rest?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So that's an extra D6 to anybody using their hit die to heal.
Okay, I have a D8. Let me roll that.
I think I'm
Okay,
still
yeah,
full health, so.
I'll be back. I'm gonna get something to drink for myself.
Alright.
I already finished my donut.
Donut.
Yeah. It was a maple glazed donut.
Those are okay.
Yeah,
What
I
did
wanted the chocolate glaze, but they didn't have any more, so I was sad.
Yeah, I guess I don't like our maple glaze that we have at the bakery. I actually don't
really
like
maple too much, but that's all they had, so.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, chocolate glaze is my favorite.
It's a lot of people's favorites. I kind of like the vanilla, as long as it's like not
it's
too
like
much.
The chocolate, but it's like the chocolate glaze, right?
The
it's like
icing?
the chocolate donut, but like the sugary coating on top.
Oh,
of the glazed donut, so it is so good.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, like some of the donut places here don't do it, but like this particular one that I go to, they put the sugar coating on top of the chocolate glazed donut.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
they glaze it over with the sugary glaze.
Yeah, the normal regular glaze.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like how Krispy Kreme does it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's only powdered sugar with a little bit of honey flavoring, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. The Krispy Kreme, man, they go overboard. That shit's straight up sugar.
Probably.
Yeah, that one's like really creamy when you bite into that one.
It's been forever since I've had a Krispy Kreme.
Oh yeah, that's like my second like go-to donut place.
We would get Krispy Kreme donuts for the band would sell them in the middle school, but of course they weren't getting fresh shipments. So
Don't get me wrong, BG's is okay.
BG's?
Yeah, it's a donut place that's pretty popular here in Southern California. I think it's like one of the rated donut places in California.
No, we don't have a ton of donut places. We just have my bakery. What ended up chain places here, Johan's.
No, I think there was another like rated donut place in Portland, like called Voodoo's Donuts. But I don't know.
Just
Like,
haven't been there yet.
no, I've been there.
Oh, okay.
I went to Portland.
I'm enjoying the session a lot.
You're gonna get yourself thrown into an unfortunate situation.
Actually, you already like took a wall to the face, so.
I'm just happy because I finally get to roleplay an asshole character.
I'm edgelord. Attempted. You're the smartass. The snarky.
Character with glasses.
Sam, but that's
tries
what I
to-
all the time.
It tries to lay ladies.
The ladies. What was it? High School of the Dead. The genius guy, you know, he's like, oh, he wears glasses. He tries to pretend to be smart, but he's really dumb.
Pretty much.
It's like the exact description of him. It's like, oh, well then.
I'll be back.
What the hell?
Okay. I mean, I just made it back, but
Yeah.
okay.
You know what? Cheers.
Cheers.
I know we're the only one drinking.
This session's going amazing so far.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I get to step on people.
Bitch!
Mm.
I would say you owe my character a drink, but she doesn't drink.
I paid for that drink with that javelin.
I gave you up, so it's already paid for.
You shoved me off. You didn't keep your end of the bargain.
I kept it long enough.
It was a few minutes.
The javelin's no longer with us, so... Maha!
lucky I can't close the door on you all.
I
That
definitely.
was my initial thing, like, spiders. Nope.
So much dope.
So I'm eating pineapple.
Pineapple.
I like pineapple.
Pineapples.
Also, pineapple can dissolve your tongue.
Yeah, it can cause your mouth to go raw. But it's so delicious.
Yeah. Like, it always got me, like, why, when I eat too much pineapple, my mouth starts to hurt. And then I realized I think last month, oh, it's dissolving my inner mouth tissue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still eating a lot of it, though.
Oh yeah.
It's good stuff.
It is.
I could use a pina colada, though.
Do you like pina colada?
And walking on a drow.
Son of a bitches.
Alright, are we ready?
Oh, where did I put that thing?
Are you ready, motherfuckers? Are you ready? Like,
I think we're ready.
Okay, so you guys are back. You guys take a rest, which takes a while, like an hour, but
Oh.
there's nothing else that really happens. You don't think anything's coming at you after that whole fire thing. You haven't heard anybody from behind yet.
just hearing little screeching of a bunch of tiny spiders being burnt
Oh
alive.
yeah.
Little
It does
popping.
take a while for them to cook alive, and there's a few that get out, but there's not a swarm of them coming at you guys.
I am making it my business to step on every spider that gets out of there.
You're just standing there at the door waiting.
No. Like in the last spider, I just pulled my dagger out and just threw it at it. Alright, so, what now?
Okay. So there's a room that was burned up inside. What do you do?
I guess we.
Perception to see if there's
Like
any
a perception check if there's anything
that survived the fire.
Yeah, that survived the fire.
Yeah. We'll take a peek in.
For me, that is the 21.
Got a 16.
Natural 20!
Jesus.
I see clearly
There
now
doesn't
that the
seem
webs
to
are
be
gone.
Anything that actually survives the fire. There's a lot
Everybody's
of
in.
like rubble that's like sitting around, a ton of ash. But other than that,
Is there
nothing
by
major.
chance? Is there like a plank of wood or anything like that by chance?
there is a few planks that have been burned, quite singed.
But
There's a door on the ground. You
no.
The
How
door
long-
survived pretty well, actually. It's a pretty well-made door.
How tall is this door? Like, if I were to pull off a plank from it, how long would the plank be?
The door itself, let's actually see. No, actually, it's made solidly of wood.
Oh, then I'm gonna look at these singed pieces of planks and be like, how long would one of the planks be?
Like the entire. Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
You find one that's about 2 foot.
Alright,
Probably the longest one. Other than that, they're much smaller.
I kind of take it and blow the ends, like, just put it in and pour a little bit of water in my water skin to wet the ends to make sure it doesn't light back in, and kind of just like tuck it into one of my pouches.
Is there another doorway? Or like,
You
does
don't
it continue?
see any door.
Does it continue the hallway?
No, it just seemed like this small room.
That's it.
There were spiders in here, and that means people, and a lot of webs, which means, sorry, there were spiders in here, and a lot of webs, so that means that probably the kobold boys didn't come in here too often. Meaning, there's probably another way we missed. Probably.
I guess we have to go back.
That door isn't still there from the spring wall, right? That door was like just a fixture on that wall.
It was a fixture on the
The
entire
wall.
wall.
Yeah, okay.
Because you saw it spring off, you saw that there was no exit from there that
Yeah.
you could see.
Okay, triple check it.
You could very plainly see that there was no way out from there.
Yeah.
So in the other place, is there another
I'm
door
going to
or passage?
Can I check the floors for like a trap door?
Where are you checking the floors and where are you checking for passage?
I'm going to check for the trap door in the burning room, like both at the entrance to the room and in the burning room. There's like a trap door, anything like that. I'm gonna leave the passage looking for Theodore.
Give me a perception, and Theodore, where are you searching for a passage?
The other room where the spear wall was.
Okay. That was a short corridor, but still give me a perception there. You're half-elf, right?
Yeah, I'm half-elf.
Okay.
I got a 15 for mines.
I got a 16.
I guess I'll check just outside the doorway of the burning room.
Okay.
That general area.
Theodore, you actually find a sort of hidden door along this passageway.
Hooray!
You didn't have to go straight into this, instead of going straight into the obvious door, like right after where there was spears, there was actually another hidden door on your right. It's disguised just like the wall is, but kind of prying at it a little bit, you can easily peel it open.
Oof. Hey guys, I found the way.
I guess I'll follow the voice and
Me, now covered with soot. Oh, okay then. I guess I'll come along.
Solara is pretty confused, but she's stabbing at a few spiders here and there.
Oh, okay.
I look at her and I just can't. I look at her, I stoop down next to her and I just stab the spiders as well. Give me a second, I'm helping Solaris here.
Don't take too long. We're heading off without you then. So I guess I'll.
Let's look at Solara. It's fun, ain't it?
It's like children burning ants.
She speaks up a little bit. She barely ever talks, so it's kind of odd that you hear her voice again. And she's like, these have only been bred to hurt.
Oof.
I kind of whisper to her, I kind of just seeing Goblin to myself. Well, yeah, spiders aren't known for their hugging power, darling. And I kind of start heading off towards where Theodore and Annie are.
Okay.
I still wait for her to follow me though, just to like make sure she's with us.
Yeah, she's definitely keeping up with you guys. She actually moves pretty quickly. So, marching order. How are you guys coming down here? You see another passageway that seems to be similar to the one that you're leaving, but it's still worked stone all the way around.
Perception.
Black Golem, you got this.
I'm just
Black Goblin, you got this.
I just say, oh Theodore, darling, it's your turn to lead your little harem of ladies coming along here now.
Give me a perception since you were going ahead and doing so.
I'm blind as a bat. Oof.
God
God damn it.
20, not natural.
With that 20 altogether, you do see up ahead there seems to be some sort of light source. There seems to be some kind of yipping.
Well, I don't see it. I got a nat 1.
You go a little black. You got a little soot in your eye.
You people need to move your legs. I can't see past them.
Alright.
So I'm guessing the order is going to be Theodore, Annie, myself, and then Solara.
I don't really like being in front, but alright.
I'll go ahead and move up front.
Oh man, trying to pick up a lady like me quite often, ain't you?
I was always told chicks dig scars. But no, I'll take point.
I'll be real with you. I dig scar tissue.
So it's gonna be Annie, Theodore, Scratch, and Sklar.
Yes.
I thought you were the one that likes to sink swords into things with brute strength.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm more of a finesse kind.
Not talking to you, goblin.
well, that's why I took point. It's okay. I'll defend you, my dear.
Thank you. I promise not to walk on you again.
Better not.
Yeah, because
That's
she's pointing.
really reassuring.
Yeah.
Because she can't. She's on point. She can't see me, but twisting my fingers behind my back.
The love. The love.
You can always do upsy.
No upsies unless it involves going off a
You
cliffies.
can always do get help.
Oh, sweet. Can I throw you?
So you guys are moving forward, and
Yes.
straight up ahead, you do notice there is a doorway, and there does seem to be a light source there, and all of you do notice that there seems to be some yipping and talking, you're guessing, up ahead. But you're not sure. It's definitely inside there.
Can I roll a or would it be perception to try to hear what they're saying?
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
I guess I'll join in on this roll.
Okay.
18.
Actually, I'm going to kind of start preparing myself and smearing some more soot on myself to kind of.
I don't think you have demonic, do you?
No, I'm going to use it.
No,
to kind
no.
of-
I'm talking on the.
No, I don't.
Aura. Yeah. So I don't know if
Annie's
people
just
understand
here
what they're saying.
True. Well, I
you
get.
can tell that they're saying, but yeah, it's draconic is what they're using.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, draconic. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Do I
then.
hear every now and again a hello?
No, you do not.
Hello, hello. Aw. I'm gonna try to. Because I'm smaller than everybody, I'm gonna try to shimmy my way inside. I mean, is it a door, right? Or is it a passageway?
It's just a passageway. There actually seems to be a door, but it's wide open.
I'm going to cover myself with a bit of soot to like block out a little bit of light. I give Annie my hat, and I'm going to try to stealth in to the room.
The listen check, what did you get on that?
Oh, I got 18.
An 18.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of talk. That's a 3! No, it's a 4! No, that's 3! Don't you steal from me! That's 3! Screw you, next hand!
Hey, whisper. Sounds like an elvish. Sounds like they're gambling.
Well, should be easy enough to sneak up on him. Completely distracted.
Well, Scratch said that she is going to move into the room.
I guess
Are you guys approaching as well?
I'll sneak in and just kind of stay out of sight and let her get her sneak attack in.
I rolled a nat 20, so that's a 28 for my stealth.
Nice.
Nice.
Anybody else sneaking? I'm going a stealth as well.
I don't think I can sneak, so no.
You can. Anybody can.
Well, yeah,
It's just
but
sometimes it's going to be harder.
oh wait, no, I
You
can
get a
sneak.
28, sometimes I get a 2, you know.
Yeah.
Yep, hold on. I'll try a stealth. I'll go the opposite direction.
It's time to stealth.
You just see Scratch cover herself with soot and then literally disappear.
23.
See? You did good.
I did good.
I got a 14.
So that was a 23 from Annie, 14 from Theodore, and a 24 from Scratch.
28, not 20.
28. Oh, nat 20.
Yeah.
Nice. So, if you're looking at my stream, I've kind of got a little map here and stuff and things, and point that out. But you're coming in, like, from the left side, and you see inside there are several tables that are set up. Those are the brown things. You can also tell that there's like some bedding set off onto the sides, and there's 4 kobolds that are sitting at a table playing cards. There is a small candle that is set up on the far end. There's a bunch of gold pieces that are being flung about and cards, and they seem very engrossed into their game right now.
So I'm going towards the bottom of the screen then.
Okay. So
And-
we're gonna have a little bit small. That Scratch.
Yep, I'm going to... You say that those 2 things there are bedrolls and not a table, right? And they're by the only table?
The brown things are tables, so the bedrolls are the tan things.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to try to... Well, I think I'll be able to with my 28 to go up to one of those the table right there where you're putting it, and just kind of look for which would be the best route for me to go and basically go under their table.
You're gonna go under the table right in front of you, or under the table that they're at?
And
They're at the farther side.
I'm going to be under that table that I'm at right now. I'm looking to see how I can get under their table to stab them in their special places.
Oh my.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick you like kind of there.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna basically I'm gonna force them to become women.
So you're under that table. Got it.
Yes.
So, Annie, you had a 23. You're stealthing. Are you going to try and enter the room, or are you letting Scratch do some stuff?
I think I'll go ahead and enter the room. Think I'll be okay. I'll move.
What's Stella doing?
She's going to probably enter the room if all of you. Otherwise, she wants to stay at the doorway.
I asked Stella if I distract them, if she could kill them with her knives.
She nods and she starts considering to stealth in. Where are you going to go, Annie?
I'm gonna go ahead and hide up, and I guess hide behind.
Like behind or behind?
I'm gonna hide behind one of the tables.
Sorry, Atti, I can't see the stream anymore. Something's happening in my area.
No, I'm having the same problem as well.
I got a general look at the thing, so I think I know where everything is.
But yeah, I'm gonna hide behind this table in the upper corner. Yeah.
Like right there?
Yep.
Okay. So then we had Theodore.
Charisma do I have? Ooh, I do have good charisma.
Jeez.
Would it be a deception if I wanted to try to trick them? Like
Yes.
if I'm, yeah. Because I only have a 14 in stealth. And what was it called?
Well, you're still sneaking up with that 14.
Yeah.
If you want to go into the room, you might get seen. If you want to stay out of the room, it might be more safe.
Let's see. Can I roll a performance check?
So are you trying to just walk into the room and play a performance?
Yes.
At least play James Bond music.
Okay, I get it. So Solara's gonna end up over here.
And I will speak in Dermonic to them.
Okay.
That I'm the entertainment.
Oh god.
All right.
You know what? Cheers! YOLO!
Yeah, okay. You are able to get inside the room, and if you wanted to start off a performance, you can stroll right on in and maybe charm the pants off of them. They're not wearing pants. Actually, one is wearing pants. And a
They're
very
like
nice shirt.
wearing a loincloth.
A 19 plus the 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It's 25 on my performance.
They all look over instantly, and they gasp and kind of like jump up, and then they just kind of like listen for a moment. They're a little stunned, but their eyes are all on you.
Yay!
I need initiatives.
Oh, come
Wait,
on.
I don't get to do a deception on them and talk to them in Dermonic?
Go ahead, but I'm going to need initiatives because I don't know what you guys are doing.
I'm distracting them.
That's a
but
20
making
for
them
me.
think that I'm the entertainment.
What did I get?
Oh, not that one. That one? That one.
What was the Cobalt's name? That's,
Snivy.
Skivvy?
Snivy.
Snivy.
God damn it, man!
So,
Do I roll deception?
give me a deception, and I need initiatives from everyone.
21.
22.
I got a 16 on deception.
Okay.
I was enlisted to play for Skippy?
God damn you, Sans.
So what is your initiative, Theodore?
My initiative is an 8.
Initiative is an 8. So
Well, they're all
they're
looking at
really
me already.
surprised. The one that's wearing clothes kind of like points forward and he's like, go on.
Play a song.
What do you play?
All kinds of music. I am a scholar.
Play something.
All right. I start playing.
They are thoroughly distracted at this point. Scratch, you have the initiative.
Scratch, knowing fully well. God, I hate this band's music. Thunderstone had the one with the fancy clothes.
You throw a stone?
I threw a thunderstone.
Oh, throwing a thunderstone.
Oh.
And that is, I don't think I get to add proficiency to this, but it's just dex, right?
It's dex to throw it, but I believe they make a save.
A DC 15 Constitution save.
Okay.
That is that is an unnatural 20 to hit.
Okay.
I'm throwing it directly at anyone with clothes on. Like, kind of aiming for his face, basically.
You're throwing it directly at him, and he just moves at the last second, and it hits the table, and they all just kind of like jump, unsure what the heck just happened. They're all looking at the table.
Oh no, on impact it actually, the effect happens.
Yeah.
So So
There is a loud crash, and they all jump and look at the table.
Oh. Not very big, huh?
wait, they all succeeded?
They are dumbfounded. They don't know what the fuck just happened.
Oh no!
I
they,
say it's all part of the performance.
That was Scratch. Annie, you're up.
God damn it! Fine, I'm gonna go up and behind two closest to me, and I guess I will go to try to slit throats.
Okay.
Stab them.
Give me attacks.
Natural 20.
Awesome.
So that would be a 26. So either way, 9 damage.
Okay.
Go ahead, roll
You
some.
cleave right through that one.
All right, time to hit the next one.
Okay.
Murder! No, not murder. 11.
11.
Yep.
You hit.
Sweet. Yay!
As awesome as this is, Sans, I'm gonna need you to hush for
10 damage.
As, Annie, you realize with horror that your sword just goes right through these things.
Oh.
They're still standing and staring at you.
Oh shit. Not good.
Let's see. So, Annie, does a 20 altogether hit you?
Yes.
And I imagine a 25 will.
Yep.
So the first one is going to hit you for, that's going to be 4 points of damage, and the second one is 8 points of damage. Scratch.
What did I just witness?
You're not witnessing anything, you're getting hit in the back. Okay. Does a 11 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Does a 19 hit you?
It does.
Okay, how about a 12?
No.
Okay, so that one will. And that's going to be, ooh, that's going to be 11 points of fire damage.
Ow.
Okay, so I am.
As these kobolds dissipate, and you guys realize that you guys were hit in the back by something over here. Where's the shapes? Where's the shapes? As there is a large hole right here, up in the ceiling, there are two kobolds and Snivy who are staring at you.
Oh, tricky son of bitches.
And these ones aren't there anymore.
Oh, you smiling ass hat.
So that was them holding their action and waiting for what happened there. So where was that?
And I like I saved and go, ta-da!
Next is Theodore, you're up.
Alright, I gotta go start the car real quick.
Clearly see these things firing.
I'll be right back though, I gotta go start the car.
So can I use in my inventory I have a crossbow that does 1d6 damage. Can I use my crossbow?
Yes, you can move over there and start shooting at one. Ah, that's...
Alright, can I shoot at Shippy?
Yes, you can.
Alright, roll to attack. And that's a 17 plus... What do I put into it?
You're using a crossbow.
Yeah.
It would be your dex plus your proficiency.
So 17 plus 4 be 20 plus proficiency 22.
That will hit.
Yay. And for 1d6, that's 4 damage.
4 damage. Maybe 4 damage.
Ta-da!
So that was that and that. Next is going to be Solara.
Where does it hit him? Do I get to say, did you like my performance?
You think he was interested? Like, he let you kind of play a little bit, but then again, he waited until everybody moved into the room, so...
Yeah. Everybody was deceived. Even my own teammates.
Solara does move forward and throw daggers at one of these spear throwers. Or in a better position. And that one takes some damage. So that brings us to top of the order, Scratch.
And Sniff.
I see these little bitches at the ceiling.
They're a good, like, 10 foot up, and then there's a hole up there in the ceiling.
And what hit me with the fire? What hit me with the fire again?
Sniffy.
Oh, they just shot from above, right?
Yes.
Yep.
He used the spell and shot you with several bolts of fire.
I look at him. I take out my short bow. And I'm gonna fire a shot. But not just any arrow. Actually, now that I think about it, and I'm gonna be smart here so I don't drop caltrops on everybody. Actually, no, it wasn't caltrops. It was a bag of ball bearings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just shoot him with a normal arrow.
So you're just shooting an arrow at him?
Yes, just that. And then I'm going after. But let me after I'll do what I'm gonna do next. But first, let me see if I hit him. That's a nat 20.
You hit. Roll damage.
Sorry about that.
I don't think I get my. No, this is definitely. I don't get a sneak attack bonus here. So.
No, you do not.
So that is going to be 1d6 plus 4. I can't add. No, yeah, I can't. So that is 9 points of piercing damage that I shoot him.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, I get to roll twice. Yes.
Yes, you do.
Forget. So that is going to be, I roll the dice twice and then add 4 to it, or do I roll the dice twice and then add 4 and then 4?
Just 1 4.
Okay, so then that is going to be 14 points of damage.
Very nice.
Now that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Need some flex stick for that.
You shoot Snivy, and he gets hit, and he doesn't like it.
I'm going to take the disengage action and head out that door.
What the hell?
Because, but not the door that we came into. There's another door that's kind of slightly ajar at the top, right?
Yes.
I'm going to run and go and open that one.
Okay. So you're going to run over here and open this door. And I need a dex save from both you and that would be Annie, but Annie has advantage. She's...
Alright.
Okay, give me a second. My laptop is lagging.
Another spring door.
Ah,
I
God.
laugh so hard.
Okay, that is a 23 for dex save.
21.
Okay. So both of you jump out of the way as several rocks fall out and kind of cover you guys.
Oh!
of open snivy. Man?
He laughs when you just triggered this.
Does he feel any pain from having the arrow in him as he's laughing?
Oh, yeah, he does. You guys are still going to take 3 points of damage, but you don't take, like, all of the damage from these large rocks pouring out of this door right here.
Alright.
Yeah, you can't get through there at all.
Alright.
Nothing.
I just look at him as he's laughing and then Peen like, I'm killing you. No! You need to tell me about Toe Jam.
Oh my.
Damn it. Keep doing the wrong. Why is that not working?
Are you lagging too? Has my lag transcended?
Possibly. Ah, well, you guys understand that. There. Okay. So that's where you end your turn. So after Scratch is going to be Annie.
I need to pop a health pot.
Believe it's just a move action to do that.
Oh, well, I can do the bonus action, the second wind.
That would be a great idea because those aren't consumable.
Yep. So, turn.
Excuse me.
Oh, that was dumb. I rolled a natural 1.
On a die 10,
Yep.
it's not referred to as a natural one.
Oh, okay.
It's still referred to as you still heal 1 plus whatever the thing is.
Yeah, so I heal for
con?
3.
That only apply to D20 and D100, I think.
Okay. Well,
Actually, it's a critical fail and then like a critical fail for D100.
ooh.
Critical. Roll.
For this it says it's 1d10 plus 2 HP.
Okay.
So,
So
just...
you heal yourself 3 as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Woo.
Woo! Back up to 8! I guess though I will...
You can still, if you wanted to, you could still drink a potion. It was just a bonus action to be able to second win.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to potion, because I am, like, only 8 health.
Speaking of which, what's your health at, Scratch?
What do I roll for the health potions again? Items.
It's a health potion?
Yes.
That's 2d4 plus 2.
Two, 5, 6, 7. Heal for 7 more.
Okay.
There! I won't get... Oh, I shouldn't die at a rock.
You still have your action, but you are standing in the middle of the room.
I guess I might as well move forward. I'm gonna move behind a table that Scratch was at. Hopefully use it for cover, though.
So you duck behind here. Damn it, why does that keep doing that? Wow. So that was Annie. Next is Theodore. Wait. No, they went here. Right after that. So they are going to throw some more spears. And Scratch is getting the hell out of there. So one spear is getting thrown at Annie, and one of them is getting thrown at Theodore. And the both of them fall out of the hole.
Wait.
The spears are just so long that they just trip each other up, and they both just...
Oh!
Yep. They both fall out of the hole.
Well then.
They are prone.
Whomp 'em! Whomp 'em!
Next was Theodore.
Are they near me?
Right there.
I play a slip up with my move action, and then I attack.
Go ahead. I imagine the closest one.
Yeah, the closest one. Yeah. See, 18.
18 hits. You have advantage if you wanted to try and crit.
Okay. Wait, what would I roll for that?
Just another d20.
Oh, there's another d20? Okay.
Yeah, it's just seeing if you roll a 20. The 18 will definitely hit though.
No, I only got a 10 on that one, so I don't crit.
Okay.
So just 1d8 with the...
Yep.
The rapier, yeah. Ooh. And that's a 6 plus 4, that's 10.
10. That dispatches this one very quickly.
Woohoo! Murder!
I just stab poke.
Opportune! Stab!
It's basically a...
Solara is going to take some daggers and leap at the other one, kind of using them like claws.
Meow.
She deals a little bit of damage to the one, but it's still up. So that brings us to Scratch.
I don't think I can shoot him and not. I don't think with a bow I can shoot and not kill. But I'm still gonna try.
Okay.
Cause
you're at a disadvantage because he's prone, far away.
Unless
he's
you want to...
in the ceiling though.
Snivy booked it.
Oh, he ran away.
He ran away.
Is there any way to know which way he ran to?
You saw him move to the left. Other than that, not sure. He's still, like, up there. He didn't jump down or anything. He was up there in the hole.
Who is directly underneath this pool?
We have one kobold. Solara and Theodore is pretty close to.
I'm going to go and use... Can I use a mixture of my movement and cunning action to run up on Theodore and jump into the hole? Like jump up to where they were?
That's gonna be a hard jump. It is possible. You're going to have to do basically 2 athletics. One to get on top of Theodore, to get up to the...
Okay, so 2 athletics you say, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay, does a... For the one to get onto Theodore, does a... athletics. Does a 17 make it to jump on Theodore?
Yep. You kind of like, because of all of the rocks and stuff, you kind of have a little bit of height advantage, so you jump there to the table there and then up to Theodore, and you're balancing on his shoulders. Go ahead and give me one more jump.
Oh, that's going to be an 18, because I just rolled 1 higher.
An 18 is going to make it, but you are up at the top and you are prone, sitting here, or laying here. You just dove up there.
That's fine. I'm gonna drop my I'm gonna drop my short bow when I make that jump as well, so it's by where Theodore is. Okay.
Okay.
Good. And
I'll describe a little bit when it comes back to your turn.
if I survive, that is.
You'll survive your next turn. Let's see. So that was Scratch. So next is Annie.
I guess, the one kobold that fell out still alive?
Yeah, barely.
Guess I can finish poke off.
Okay.
I think there's anything immediate to worry about. The kobold's already up there. Goblin's still upstairs. Oh?
Yeah, the goblin just went upstairs. But that's where the kobold that you guys are hunting down went, too.
Yeah. Well, no, there's a... I'll do the poke and then maybe head up.
You can leave it to me and go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you finish the poke. I guess I'll head up in the roof.
It is a climb to be able to get up there.
Okay.
It is 10 foot up, and this is solid rock wall, but there are small indentations you might be able to use to be able to get up. Still going to take an athletics.
Alright. Well... 13?
13 is not going to make it.
Ah, damn it.
It's really smooth at this point. So you kind of struggle to try and get up, but you just kind of slip down.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take any damage, but it's a struggle trying to get up.
You just poked it.
So
well.
after that is Theodore.
I poke it.
Go ahead and poke it. You have advantage because it's freaking out.
It's freaking out. 15.
Okay, you hit.
And I don't crit. And then I'll just be the 1d8. And I do 9.
That kills that one.
Do I still have a move action?
You moved up a little bit. What do you want to do with that move action?
Can I climb?
Yes, you can attempt to climb.
Yay. Does an 18 get me anywhere?
Yep, it gets you right up to the top.
Yeah.
So to explain, Scratch.
Yeah.
You dove up there, you kind of looked off in the direction that Snivy went. This is another small hallway, and it leads to another room, but it's pretty dark in there, and with your dark vision, you can still see a couple of kobolds kind of standing guard in a doorway, and they are wielding swords, and they are menacing towards you. You also kind of glance over, notice that there are a bunch of spears up here, and some rope that's attached to the ground.
So I'm guessing that they use the rope to climb up here, and the bunch of spears just keep chucking at us.
That sounds about right.
So it's my turn, right?
Yes.
How much?
Thank you for the
kobolds are
follow,
standing guard
honey.
Right there.
Thought you
you
already
see
subbed,
two
but
of
thank you
them.
for resubbing.
And they're walking towards you menacingly.
They're not walking towards.
Oh, okay. But they're staring at you.
They're staring menacingly.
You know
Arg.
how good, be bad, and ugly standoff, basically.
Okay.
I don't have my hat on, but I'm going to take the position of standing off. Put one hand in my pocket. Look left and right. One drop of sweat, and then flick the second thunderstone that I have towards them.
Okay.
Alright.
Give me an attack roll.
That's a 21.
Okay, you hit right in between them. What's the DC on that?
DC 15 Constitution.
Okay. These two are both real, and these two both fail.
They have now just heard a blinding light and a huge sound, and they are now deaf for the next hour.
The one on the left actually kind of backs off. The one on the right kind of just stands, and he's just staring and just staring right at you like he's super pissed.
Is the door between them open, or is it
It is wide open.
Fucking hell, I'm taking my cunning action and dashing through that. Actually, no. Can I dash and drink a potion at the same time, or does that count as an action?
No, that would count as an action.
Damn it! I'm gonna risk it and dash dash through it with my cunning action.
Okay. Let's move this out of the way because that's necessary for anything. And we'll do that. There. Okay, so you are inside this room.
Oh, cool.
It's a very small room. Alright, you're
Don't get
there.
squished.
And there's one there and one there. That one kind of moved off to the side. It's a very small room with a very large throne right in the middle of it. And you see there's actually 4 kobolds that are wielding swords, and you hit all of them.
Oh wow, nice. So they're all deaf.
Yeah. What was the damage on that?
Oh no, it's not damage. It's just a debuff. I wish it did damage.
A thunderstone?
Yeah. It's this is a wondrous item common. A small sparking stone emits a bright light and a loud bang when shattered. As an action, you can throw this thunderstone up to 20 feet away. Shatters an impact. Creatures within that range, DC 15 Constitution throw, or be deafened for 1 hour.
How much did you pay for it?
I think you made me pay 150 for it.
150?
Yeah, it's 150 for it.
Okay. Alright. So they are deafened. That one freaked out. The other ones are kind of like standing. The ones that are now inside the room are standing pretty close to the throne. But you don't see Snivy anywhere. So that was you. Next is Annie.
I guess I'll ask Theodore for a hand up the hole. I have to get a little dusty.
There is the rope that's right there.
Oh,
You
is there a
can very
rope?
clearly see it.
Oh,
But you
sorry.
have to kick it down to her.
Do I have to do that at my turn, or can I just like move it?
You can do that on your turn, and then she can climb up on your turn. Her action.
Oh,
That'll just take my action, right?
I'll give it to you as a bonus action.
Okay.
so I guess I'll just make a attempt to leap. See if I can get there myself. Can't do.
If so, you're going to take an extra turn getting up there, but if you wait for the rope, you can
Alright.
take an entire turn climbing up there and then run down.
Alright, so I guess I'll just wait.
Okay. So we'll pass it over to Theodore right now.
Use that bonus action. Rope.
Okay? And then what are you doing with the rest of your turn? You
Do
saw
I see-
Scratch running down this hallway.
Is there anything else?
There are some kobolds in there.
Anything else?
That's
Perception?
what you see. Scratch and a couple of kobolds. It's hard to see from this far. You're down the hallway, so.
Oh, okay. I guess I can go up and attack one of the kobolds that is at the door.
Okay, you can do so. Left or right?
The left one.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Perfect. And I do 10 damage.
Oh, damn.
That's 1d.
That kills that one.
Yeah. Because I got 6 and then plus the dex modifier 4, so.
Wow. Okay.
No one's dead.
So that's you. Annie, you now have a rope at you.
Yep, I guess I'll climb up.
Okay. You climb up. It doesn't take a whole lot with this To be able to climb up, you just grab onto the rope and hand over hand, real easy to get up.
And I guess I'll make my way down the hallway.
Okay. You can run down there, but you won't be able to attack, because you took some time to be able to climb up.
Alright, yeah, I'll just go ahead and run.
Okay. So that's Theodore's, went to the one on the left. And then Scratch is right there in the middle of it, noticing all of that. And Annie kind of just getting into the doorway. Solara is right behind Annie and throws a couple of daggers in.
Lara.
And she hits another one. Theodore hit the one on the left, right?
Yep, I killed that one.
Okay, so she's going for the one on the right and deals a little bit of damage. Throws the dagger and it hits his shoulder.
Oh, okay.
These are sword wielders.
Special buff kobolds.
Special buff kobolds.
They're gonna die in a poke. Good old poke.
Solara is a type of coconut roll, apparently.
Huh.
What?
Interesting. So that leads us to Scratch.
How much kobolds are around? So because I can't see the screen, sorry.
I actually moved that aside. I'm just got a small little bit. I don't have a map for this bit.
Okay. So which kobolds are around? And is Snivy anywhere?
You don't see Snivy anywhere. There are two kobolds that are on the left and right of this throne that's in front of you. And there's one that's just got hit with a dagger right on your right.
I just extend my hand out with a knife and just poke him.
Okay.
In the throat, most likely. Just kind of like, oh, you're damaged, huh?
Give me a stab.
The not.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I didn't. It's a nat 20.
The rolls are strong.
Just
Roll
jab.
damage.
That's a 14 piercing damage. I just slowly let the knife go into its
Just
neck like.
dead.
A little overkill.
Alright.
This little goblin just rolls into the room and just goes.
Dip.
Like
Death by
that
paper
Thunderstone distracted them, otherwise they'd be getting attacks on you.
Yeah.
And is there? Am I able to quickly look for like an exit in the room, or is there no exits?
You do not see any exit in this room.
Well, I'm going to.
It's a very small room too.
I'm going to use my disengage to kind of go on the throne and just kind of stand in it to look around everywhere.
Like on the throne itself.
You see, now that you say
There's something that a goblin would do, but I don't know if you should do it with other kobolds next to it.
yeah, I'm asking, is there what is around the throne right now?
There is a small pile of gold on the left side, otherwise the two kobolds that are flanking on. And if you were to, there's really not much more room in here. It's a small room.
And Theodore is in the room with me right now, right?
No,
Yeah.
I'm outside the room. I had to
You
go in it.
moved in to be able to stab it.
Oh, okay.
I use my
But I'm not
disengage
completely in the room, right?
and I use my disengage to go right up to where Theodore is and be 5 foot within his range.
Okay.
I kind of just whisper to him, "Hey, Theodore, these here kobold boys, they ain't much fun, and not to be a sourpuss or anything, but any chance you could heal me up a bit there, son?"
Annie is next.
I guess so. Everybody's dead, huh?
No, there are
Oh, wait.
two kobolds that are wielding swords.
Oh, still alive.
They're kind of scared at this point because their two buddies just got eviscerated.
I guess I will attack the one closest.
By two people that are feeling very stabby.
Very
Left and
stabby.
right?
Left.
Feeling stabby.
Practicing my stabbing.
Left or right?
Left.
Okay. Excuse me. Go ahead and roll an attack.
18.
That hits.
Six. Which is a 6 damage.
6 damage. He's still up. This kobold, he's buff.
Ooh. Well, I'm gonna stab him again.
Go for it.
19.
That hits.
Seven damage.
That kills that one.
So how buff was this kobold?
He was twice as strong as any other kobold.
Wow,
Uh,
just needs a little less living.
So you moved in, you did your attack and your bonus action. I don't believe you have much else to be able to.
No.
No, that should be it for them.
Okay. The other sword wielder. He's looking a little scared, but nah, he's really pissed at Scratch.
What did I do?
You threw that thunderstone. You shocked them all, and they couldn't do anything. So he's gonna run right up at you and kind of like slash at you with his sword.
Do I get an attack?
No, you do not.
Aw.
He doesn't move past you.
Curses. No attack of opportunity.
Nope. Does a 16 hit you, Scratch?
Yes, a 16 will indeed hit me.
Okay. You're going to take 5 points of damage as he stabs right at you. Roars in your face like a big, huge, draconic roar.
As blood seeps out of my mouth and teeth, because I am now very, very low.
Get low, get low.
With the fire in my back, the singes on my back, and the sword in my ribs, I'm assuming. I'm kind of not having the best time right now.
No, not really. Solara gets to go, and she doesn't like this, and she actually kind of likes you, Scratch, at this point.
Huh.
Well, she just kind of like got to know you, and you handed her that drink from earlier, and you've been pretty friendly. So she goes and she just charges at this guy, pouncing with both of her knives. Only one of them.
Move.
But she deals him a good, just good stab, and he staggers back towards the throne. And away from Scratch. And she just kind of like growls at him.
I'm really, really grateful there, love. Thank you so much.
That brings us to top of the order, Scratch.
And now.
So, who's alive right now?
We've got one of them that... What?
Everybody's still alive.
Yeah, we've got the one that's taken some serious damage, and you haven't seen Snivy anywhere.
Which is bad.
Is the one who took a lot of damage the one who stabbed me?
Yes.
Yes. He's the last one in the room.
Now we can see at least.
I want to walk up. How far away from me is he?
He was just pushed back 5 feet.
So he's still. I can still walk up and hit him and hit.
Oh
him.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna poke him too.
I kind of. I'm going to roll intimidation to see how well this comes across, but it's just for fluff, basically.
You can say you can say hello in Dermot. Very menacing.
You basically hear that old cowboy whistle as I kind of walk towards him, flipping my knife in my hand. And as I reach very close to him and hopefully hit with a, okay, that's a 19 plus 6 to hit, so that's a 25 to hit.
That's a for sure hit.
A, that's going to hit. B, both Solara and Annie are standing next to the guy.
As I say to him in the most menacing voice I can muster, with an intimidation of, okay, that's an intimidation of 16, and a wisdom of unnatural 20 to say the word to him. Hello, intro.
You know, cheers! Why not?
Cheers! With that, you now know the draconic word for hello and can say it at any time.
Yay!
Yeah.
Language is as simple as killing a guy.
So roll me that damage.
That's a d6 plus 4, that is 10 points of damage.
Sneak attack.
Oh yeah, that's right! That is 16 points of piercing damage.
Oh, he explodes!
As you just stab forward, it falls back onto the throne, just kind of like gurgles out, and tries to just like go... and he dies, while sitting on the throne and bleeding profusely all over.
Ew.
Did anybody catch what he just said?
I have to roll a perception. 15.
Yeah, he definitely said the draconic word for friend.
Oh.
Like, what the hell?
Aww.
What are you guys doing?
Since we took a short rest, I can cast my first level spells again, so I cast Cure Wounds on the goblin.
Can you?
Can you use first level spells after a short rest?
No, I don't think so.
Believe you restore those. Those take a long rest.
You have healing.
is it long rest?
That's a cantrip and bonus action, I believe.
Yeah, cantrips don't run out.
I don't think I have a healing cantrip.
Healing wood.
That's a first level spell.
Oh,
That's a first level word. Yeah. First level word. First level spell.
Your Song of Rest takes place while you are taking a short rest.
Yeah.
If you're out of spells, then you don't really have anything for spells.
Yeah.
You still have... I'm sure everybody still has healing potion.
yeah, if that's the case, then I'm just gonna chug down one of my healing potions. Actually, no, I'm gonna chug...
Do I see anything down the hall other than this small room?
There's nothing but this small room.
I'm going to
Can I
search
do a
around.
perception to look for some lovers or...
Go ahead and give me perceptions.
Alright, I'm gonna check the floors.
I'm not doing a perception. I'm focused on chugging down this healing potion.
I got
I'm
a
not.
16. Do I find anything?
And also, what do I roll for a healing potion again?
2d4 plus 2.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, that is 13 HP I heal back up, which means I am at 15 HP.
The only thing you find here is a small pile of coins next to the throne.
I think we deserve it.
How many do I get?
Yeah, I guess we'll take some coins.
So you find, actually, it's a little bit larger than that. It's 170 gold coins that you find right here. Specifically, gold coins.
170?
Yes.
Neat.
As you guys are standing around looking, you can't find anything else in this room. But above the throne, there's a small poof of smoke, and out of that poof, there falls a parchment, which wafts a little bit and lands perfectly on the throne, or on the kobold that's sitting on the throne. And it gets a little bit of blood on it.
I kind of go and touch it, and I just go tentatively touch it and just open it up.
It's just a piece of paper. It's not folded or anything like that.
This looks like chicken scratch to me. I hand it
No,
to
it doesn't. It actually is in... It says, "You fools will never catch the great and powerful Snippy!"
I want to kill this man.
And that's where we're going to end the session.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alrighty then.
That was really fun.
Thank you, thank you. That was a ton of fun putting all of that together.
I freaking love this session. It was so much fun.
How much XP points?
I'm going to give you 1,000 XP for this, which should level you guys. I'm gonna have to look.
Yeah, that's leveling us, definitely.
Because you should have started at like 300, and I think level 3 is like 900.
1,000, that should probably carry. Yeah, that's 1,300. We're at level 3 and have an extra 400 experience, basically.
Yep. Level 4 is 2,700, so it's a little bit big over that.
What?
I'm going to also kind of, who was searching around? Let's, go ahead and give me, some perceptions.
Sure. Also, if we're leaving this cave, that 2-foot plank.
Haha, natural 20, woo.
Nice. Anybody else?
Haha, a natural 20.
21.
For both of you.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, it's an unnatural 21.
Yeah.
You guys end up finding another, basically 80 gold and like random silver and coppers together.
What was it again?
80.
80?
In silver and copper, so it ends up being that much gold.
Oh, okay.
Scratch.
Yes?
You find something peculiar. Something that seems like it was just a funny little art piece that was in somebody's home. What was it?
Do I gotta make this up, or is that a thing I
Yep, you get to make it up right now.
It's going to be a statue, a silver dragon statue that looks like it's holding a gem but without a gem.
That's what you find.
Huh.
Yes.
And let's see.
We get 62.5 gold altogether.
You find a pair of very nice...
What?
A pair of very nice gloves.
Ooh, yay, I like fine gloves.
Yep.
What color are they?
They're black, and they have, like, small silver stripes all along it. Kind of looks like spiderweb.
Oh, cool. I'm like Spider-Man now.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Should I just say, like, these are very fine black gloves?
Fine silk gloves?
Silk gloves, very fine silk black gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Fancy.
Cool. That's what you guys end up finding. From here, you guys are gonna figure out what else... Don't worry about actually getting out of the cave. Gone through the encounter. understand what you're doing. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Actually, I was going to use that 2-foot plank and just kind of throw it in the direct middle of the nail pile so you can step on, like jump on that.
I kind of figured we maybe like just drag the whole door or something over. I don't
I
know.
was thinking of picking up the door on the
The
way
door
back.
actually is a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
You
We'll just
have to carry it over the seesaw, and how heavy is that door?
lighter than your chest of wonders.
Actually, that's actually a really good point. If all of you heft the door over to the other side, that will be enough weight to where you could walk across this thing.
Yeah.
So, good game, everybody.
Yeah.
Same time next week, and the hunt Snivy continues.
Yay!
We'll find him.
I love this session. The session was fucking great.